It's time for the shop report with
Barbershop Jay.
What up, sports fans? Welcome to the Shop Report. I'm Barbershop Jay. I'll be your host for the day. Here's what's happening. Of course, we want to remind you, Shop Report is brought to you by Rocket Digital Media. It's the one-stop shop for all your digital marketing needs. You can look them up on Facebook at RDM Detroit, 1D, 2E's Detroit, or you can slide on over to the website, rocketdigital.net. That's ROCKIT digital.net. And make sure when you're there, while you're there, you tell them the BSJ sent you. And for my folk out there in TV land, if you want to leave your questions or comments during today's program, by all means, please do so, and we'll throw it up on the screen. And y'all know what's coming next. If you're one of them folks that want to leave a question or comment that's indignant or ignorant in nature, it won't be seen on this screen. Matter of fact, here's what you'll get. Absolutely. With that being said, joining me on the program today is my cat from the NYC, a.k.a. Rucker Park, or should I say Sunnyside, Palmside, California, where the palm trees. Oh, there you go. Brother Rich, what's happening?
I'm good, man. It's interesting. I'm just saddened to tell the listeners that while we were getting prepared for the show, Double J and I were having a conversation about New York, and you cut us off and kicked us out the room. So, just because, and then you said it's because we wasn't talking about Dallas. So, I mean,
gotcha.
it's
True story.
It never fails, not even 2 minutes in. You getting ready to break records on here. We're gonna have to get you a spot in Guinness Book. Yeah, Guinness Book. I'm trying to tell you, you broke the record. And on the other side of the pond, we got my man from up north, Joey James, aka Double J, the Outlaw. Tell him what you say. You should have missed that free throw that day.
That's a good thing I didn't. I don't know how I would have filled that space.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you'll get one too. While we wait on our other two co-hosts, Doc, the DOC, and TJ, speaker for the, I don't know who he's speaking for. I know why he's not on here yet, because I got something to razz him about. But if he do join us, oh, trust and believe, I got something for you, buddy. Anyway, let's start the show. All right. Up first, or should I say first item on the menu, is Hoop Central. We are discussing the NBA draft in the first round only today, unfortunately. Just the first round today. What we're going to do is go through the names of who was picked and where they went. Starting with the number one pick was Mr. Banchero. And I'll go through the list of picks, unless you all want to just discuss Mr. Banchero right quick. Double J, what are you doing there? Oh, my gosh.
We're getting the Yankees.
You're going to get us muted is what you're going to do. That's what's going on back there. That's why they...
No.
yeah,
There's
please.
no audio. There's no audio. This is
okay.
me in the video here. So it's my what would that be? Intellectual property. That's the word that I'm looking for. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. At
gotcha.
that point, I've put my spin on it. I've remixed it. So there you go. Now it's mine.
Don't do that again. Please don't do that again. We're going to first, actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go through the first five, and we're going to kind of discuss that, and then we'll go through the rest. How about that? My man, Mr. Banchero, obviously went number one overall to the Magic. Chet Holmgren went number 2 to the OKC Thunder. Mr. Smith went number 3 to the Rockets. Mr. Murray went number 4 to the Kings. And wow, I got to give a shout out.
Go ahead. Hang on.
Got to give him a shout out.
Oh boy, what we got here?
Wait a minute. How do I record this?
We're
live.
Really,
we're recording. All right, this is great.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
I just wanted to make sure that the world could see it.
I was hoping I would have to travel this weekend, so I wouldn't have to call.
Yeah, me too. I was hoping.
No wonder the other two didn't show up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Mr. Purdue himself, Mr. Ivy went number 5 to the Pistons. And as you all know, the folks out there who might be viewing us, might not be viewing us, I don't know. We don't know. We went back and forth on the program a couple of times about Ivy not falling number 5 to the Pistons. I didn't see it. I didn't think it was possible. I think Double J paid somebody. He's seeing how he live in a gated community. He paid somebody under the table. You seen the movie Shawshank Redemption? You seen that scene?
Right.
where the workers were out there. Yeah,
Yeah,
the prison labor was out there doing this 1, 2. Yeah, and the guy came up to the warden with the pie. No, he bought him with the pie.
Yeah.
And he opened the pie box. It was a pie in there, but what was in front of the pie was it was a lot of dough. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. So what do we make of the first 5? Banchero, did it shake out the way you all thought it was? Thought it would shake out, Brother Rich?
I'll let Double J bask in his glory first.
Oh, okay. Double
Let's
J, did
celebrate because I have to defer to him at this point.
Now, here's the thing.
Fair.
So we will handle this kind of one by one here because it's only right that we do.
Oh, why? Because Ivy went to the Pistons?
No.
Oh, please.
Because again, there were plenty of mock drafts out there that are typically wrong, and in more cases than not, especially Mel Kiper, way wrong. So
yeah, Mel Kiper, like, yeah, I got you.
If you guys remember, one of the biggest things, the biggest contingency elements of this was the number 4 pick. But to kind of discuss number 1, I was, and I think many were a little surprised that they went the route that they did, that being Orlando, because historically every number 1 pick that they've had was used on someone in the 5 or 4 position.
Mm-hmm.
And
no, not necessarily. What about? No, Penny wasn't the number 1 pick, was he?
No, he was technically number 3.
Oh, look! Excuse me, ladies and gents. Look who's coming to the party late. Obviously.
You know how I knew who you were talking about? You said late.
Oh, got you. Yeah, Brother Rich. But I'm gonna go ahead and give him an intro because he did show up.
That's
with
right.
With the little tight T-shirt on. He's trying to show his little muscles. Yeah, my man. Oh, wow. Oh, Shadow Man. Yeah. Oh, wow. You ain't got nothing to say?
Listen.
Why you turning your ear to the microphone? You can't hear us?
I just ate a good brunch, and it's dinner time.
Oh, okay, got you. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but okay.
And, you need to start saying our next guest needs no introduction. You know what I'm saying? I need that type of energy from you.
You're going to get that when you tell us how Father's Day was.
Exactly. Tell them again, Brother Rich. And you do get that. That's why we call you Shadow Man. What you talking about? Yeah, you don't need no introduction. You're in the shadows. But anywho, right quick before we continue on with this NBA draft first round action or discussion, I just want to give my man TJ a shout out. My man is putting his nuptials together next year. Yeah, next year.
Your pop's gonna let you get married in the backyard in Brentwood?
Yeah. So next year, provided he's still with us or whatnot, I'm talking about on the platform, not here in life, God willing. He gonna have to change that name at the bottom from Speaker for the King to Speaker for the Queen.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Because the missus ain't going for that. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so Double J, what were you saying now about this first 5 that went in the first round? First five.
Well, yeah, right away. Again, it was. I think this is the true testament of how the game itself has changed, because most mock drafts were deciding between Chet and Jabari as the number 1 pick. Paolo was more so being considered between 3 and 5 consistently. No one had him going in the top 2. So again, and as I alluded to, in the existence of the Orlando Magic as a franchise, which again is only basically TJ's lifetime. So basically they've only selected centers or power forwards with that position or with that opportunity. So it just reemphasizes that the game itself has changed. This was not just a need. They had their choice. They need everything. So choosing him, again, as Doc and I discussed, he's actually on his way. He said he had a flag football game that was at 6.
Okay,
got his way back now. So as we discussed, there's a lot more games in this league, and oftentimes you hear about the rookie wall. It'll be interesting to me to see how many games Paolo actually plays, because he had conditioning issues all on full display from November all the way to the end of the season. So I don't know if that was just Duke kind of coddling him or his inability, or you typically, this league will make or break you. So we'll see what happens there. But I'll turn it over to everybody else in that respect, at least for the number 1 pick.
Yeah, Krzyzewski in the past at Duke, the knock on him was he used to run his players into ground somewhat. That's why they didn't have the success at the NBA level, but maybe but a handful, because he kind of wore them out at the collegiate level. TJ, you got to let me read off the list. The top, we're doing the top 5 right now, the first 5 picks. Banchero, of course, went to the Magic. Holmgren, Chet went to OKC. Jabari Smith went to the Rockets. Murray went to the Kings, and Ivy went to the Pistons. You like that first 5?
Yeah, but the most important pick was number 14. You know what I mean?
We're getting to that. We're gonna go through the whole first round, but we're getting to
that number 1 pick was a surprise, I guess, for most people.
Yeah,
I ain't see that coming. I thought that the tall guy Chet was gonna go number first. Me personally, because they usually pick like big players, like Double J was saying.
Yeah,
but they went another route. So
yeah, we got to keep our eye on the Magic and see what their plans are, because I didn't see that coming either. Brother Rich, you okay with the top 5?
I'm very much okay with the top 5, except that I think that it was slotted exactly that way to allow Ivy to land in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, wait a minute here.
I knew that Double J was going.
No, hold on, Double J. Let him finish.
I believe it was slotted. It began to be slotted that way. Let me tell you something very interesting that I've been doing this weekend. I had to travel back to LA this weekend, and while I was traveling, I took another chance to listen to, since the season was over, the documentary about Tim Donaghy. And here's the thing about this. We are constantly reminded, even though we forget, but we're reminded that this is entertainment and sport and play that we're watching. And that you remind us, Barbershop, that you no longer rely on your fandom. You don't deal with fandom. You deal with what you are looking at. You deal with the facts, if you will, what's presented right in front of you. So I'll take that approach and ask you this question. Why would the NBA not allow for some latitude in the fixing of the draft as well, so that a player like Ivy, this is like, I know Double J, I know, but here's the thing.
Well, hold on, Brother Rich, hold that thought. But you know why I call it that? When you say I look at it for what we're looking at now, yes. People too often, and that's why I say my fandom, I'm not attached. I am to the Canes, obviously. Y'all know my
and the Cowboys. Let's get kept.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Do you want another button? Do you want a button? Absolutely not.
Here right now.
No, we're not. No, that's a half truth. The first part was, the other part was the lies. All lies.
Emotional damage.
Oh,
the Knicks? Are the Knicks officially the worst franchise in basketball?
Well,
can you hold that thought? Can you hold that thought, please?
Say that considering where you live.
Yeah. Oh wow. Oh, Brother Rich, that was a nice little dig. That was a big shovel you used too. But I say it's an old journalism term. People substitute real reality with television reality. I don't do that no more. I don't have a fandom. Yeah, they do, Double J. Absolutely. Yeah, they do. That's why you got people who watch still to this day soap operas and then get at work and get talking about
life, them like post of ours. You know that, Pest.
Oh man, please. Yeah. Anyway, like I said,
Mr. Gambler himself tells us that there's nothing where the odds they just stack up so perfectly that Ivy just lands in Detroit, right up the street from where he went to college, where his family is from, where the whole fan base. Yeah, I know you're drinking the Lucia. Where the whole fan base is laying in wait for him to arrive. Like a king, man. Boys and Ivy, baby! That's it! Championship! Let's go!
Yeah, I can't wait till he be a bust, man. That is gonna be the craziest.
No, I don't think that's a coincidence. Yeah, no, Brother Rich, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not a coincidence, because guess what? Even Double J.
We got Donaghy in the draft.
Thank you. I like that term, Donaghy. Absolutely. We in our thread off of the show, in our text thread on via the cell phone way, there was doubt even from the Detroiters. Even from the Detroiters we got in the text thread. They doubted that he was going to 5, and then when he got picked,
They were saying he could go 1.
Listen.
Yeah, he could have went 1, but that's my point. So here's the thing, right?
Thank you. And
Whatever
you see
Orlando,
from the video, you see the reaction. They weren't expecting it.
Look, let me add Orlando to that list of cities that is like, it's too nice to live there. It's too relaxing. You get too comfortable, so they'll never thrive in terms of their NBA franchise. They got a problem, number one. So based on what Double J is saying about this player, who most of us don't know, this Banchero player, if he has a problem with conditioning, that might not be the best location for him. I'll say that. So they get him. They can afford to, I guess, lose that. I'm not surprised, personally, that Holmgren ends up in OKC where he ends up.
Well, someone on this program had said that he was the perfect fit with Sam Presti. Sam Presti said that is the best person for us.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay. Go ahead.
We said out the gate that you called it correct. We said
yeah, so pat yourself on the back. Why don't you?
Don't pat yourself on the back, because if it becomes a bust, I don't want to hear it.
All the way down. We said you called it correct.
These guys ain't played one lick of basketball in the NBA yet. I don't want to hear it, man.
No,
that's true. That's true too.
See, nephew, that's what I'm telling you. That's why that's too perfect a picture that they slot like that. That OKC gets the perfect player for them. That really is the player for them. And Detroit, who is a Midwestern franchise, who the league has some hope in coming up now to kind of hold down the Midwest. You got a budding Cavaliers franchise. You got now Detroit is good, and they're must-watch, they're must-see TV. They got a big 3 now, if you will, out there that you got to keep an eye on. So you got
what's that, TJ?
You got to watch those young.
Man, what are y'all smoking? What are y'all sipping? What are y'all drinking? What's going on today, man?
He's saying potentially. He's saying potentially.
Potentially. That's
what he's saying potentially. Yeah, right. Because right now it's all on paper. But you can
see young players. Yes, you got to.
Yeah, but you can see.
Hey, paper don't do nothing. You see, that's just on paper.
Oh, man.
Here's what. You
paper
didn't have
covers rock.
You had way more than paper when you looked at Zion Williamson. You had way more than paper when you looked at John Morant.
Absolutely.
What they could be in the league.
None of these players in this draft look like neither one of them did out of college, bro. Let's get that right now.
But here's the thing. Nobody started out saying this draft was anywhere near. That's why it was so many conversations about who was
going where exactly.
Because there was no.
Hey, and then when you get that conversation with that many people, it's like, is there any true number ones right there?
Correct. That's exactly what was being. So we're not saying it was that strong. What we're saying is potentially there's always a diamond in the rough. We don't know because where these players are coming up to, who's going to meet their potential and who's going to exceed their potential. When next year we're talking about
Double J, you want to send an invite?
So and so. We don't know that. We gotta wait and see what these players shake out to be. But it may make for good watching in terms of basketball, entertainment-wise, to watch them blossom.
You're absolutely right.
Nobody knew the Cavs would. It appears if the Cavs keep trending the way they are, even though their owner is a racist, terrible person that said terrible things about your king, but nevertheless you're riding for him. But that's all right. We're not gonna get over that. But even
listen, he just the man who
funds here you go. I told you he was gonna ride for him. I told you he was gonna ride for him.
No, I'm not riding for him. I'm just letting you know you got to put it in perspective. I don't care who the owner is. I don't care if the owner was Donald Trump. I go watch the Cavaliers.
Well, we know that you ride for him. You ride
right.
For him. That's all
let me get to one. Let me get to one of these comments. My man, Snowman weighing in.
All right.
Him and Cole Johnson. Yeah, he said he's not impressed.
Yeah,
with the draft or his prospects.
Coming out to see what any of these players yet. But we're saying that, okay, wait a minute. Let's see what these players could be. When you look at their highlights and they say what this guy could be, what that guy. Now, I am one of the people who says that in this draft, this Ivy kid looks like this is a ball player. And when you look at some of the highlights of some of the players, you say, okay, that guy looks like he can play basketball. And he looks like his game is so solid, so consistent that this guy can play in high school, he could play in college, he could play on the park, he could play at the Rucker, he could play in the NBA. So you
Right. So at the end of the day, what he's saying is, yeah, it might not look like Ja and Zion,
Right.
but at the end of the day, though, so it's on paper and
Right.
still right. Realistically, has yet to be proven. But if you watched Ivy, it's more probable than possible.
Facts.
I'm just saying, listen, it looked like a bunch of CJ McCollum level players, so that's not bad.
But that's not.
Listen.
Shout out to Snowman, he's joining us right here, right quick on the P program. But that's not, you saying CJ McCollum like that's something.
Can I finish my whole comment? It look like
please.
That level of player. Not saying okay, they can make 1 or 2 all-stars or something like that. I'm just saying I don't see no eye-popping player. That's just me.
Well, then you didn't watch Ivy.
Okay, but that's at that level. I didn't see that. Like Ja Morant, I seen translations. I knew he was gonna be a star in this league, and I also was one of the people who said I think they should draft him over Zion. But
whoa! Say that again. Say that again. Hold up. Let him say that again.
Yeah, well, you said that. Barbershop said that, but let me tell you something else. Barbershop said you're arguing against yourself because Barbershop is the person that told all of us in the barbershop right there in Cleveland Heights that he went and saw a high school player play in Akron. He said, this guy, when he comes, this guy is going to be something. He was one of the first people to tell us about LeBron James. So he saw something on
Brother Rich, thank you. Would you listen? Brother Rich,
did do that.
Listen, TJ, a real spit. But I see, Brother Rich, I don't like to say that. I don't like to say that because people think I'm just, I'm trying to stand on my soapbox. Hold on, TJ.
Listen.
Hold on. If you go in that shop, Today's Cut and Style, shout out to Today's Cut and Style on Cedar and South Taylor, and you go in there and ask them, who was the first person that came in the shop and told them about LeBron? The reason, my disdain for him, because I was a fan. I seen him in high school. I seen him in like 8th grade before a lot of people in Cleveland saw him. But my disdain for him came. Everybody used to talk about how he ain't signed my son's basketball, because I went to a function down there and all that kind of stuff. Ha, Helen. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. My disdain came for him when in a game against the Atlanta Hawks. When he
walked off the floor with the game not complete.
Thank you, Snowman. But what did he do when he walked off the floor? What he did to Mike Brown?
Did he bump Mike Brown? Oh man, my God! Mike Brown.
No. But it was the disrespect. It was the disrespect. Don't make it seem like he did what he did. Man, you're a young dude, and you do that to a grown-up. You do that to your coach. That's disrespectful. So don't be dismissive about that because you're a fan of his. You want to be a fan? That's fine. I don't have no problem with that. But what he did at that point in that juncture of his career, that's disrespectful. Because when Paul Silas tried to get in his behind, like Greg Popovich used to get in Tim Duncan and Kawhi and all them dudes, they got rid of Paul Silas.
Yep.
Come on, man. They got rid of Paul Silas.
Listen,
that was the right
every
move.
franchise that LeBron has been a part of, except the Miami Heat, acquiesced to LeBron James and not the men in charge. Period.
At the end of the day.
Hold on. Who is the man in charge?
Pat Riley.
Oh, you talking about in the office up in Miami?
Mm-hmm. I'm talking about the Miami Heat, the only set of men in charge that were able to say to LeBron, we run the franchise, you play for the franchise. Get out.
No, he left.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, you can call it what you want to.
He left.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can say you resigned, but we all know you got fired. Mm-hmm. You can call it what you want. You know what I'm saying?
After he got fired, he got 2 more championships and they got none. They just showed up to the championship.
Oh, okay, got you. Anyway.
All right.
But go ahead, Snowman. What were you saying?
My thoughts about the draft of these. I haven't been impressed for a while. And anybody that says Zion Williamson's going to come back strong this year is smoking something strong, and I don't want any part of it. I wasn't impressed with Zion at Duke University. I wasn't impressed with Kyrie Irving at Duke University. And Mike Krzyzewski said to both of them, don't let the door hit you in the rear end on the way out.
That's kind of strong there, Snowman. Oh, I don't know about that on this P program today. Oh, my gosh. But I don't,
I got more.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right.
Okay. Paulo Banchero. I'm not gonna touch that suit, but 5 of the first 7 draft picks were freshmen. What's wrong with this picture? They're not ready physically or mentally. And they're going to get beat up their first couple of years playing 82 games.
Well, load management is a thing now.
I strongly disagree with that.
You can disagree all you want, but I want you to look at history. 82 games. I know load management is a thing right now, but
hold on, Snowman. Hold on.
I'm old and I'm old school, and it goes like this. You're scheduled to play a game, you go play it.
Absolutely. That's what I say. But see, you mentioned a word in your little dissertation right there that my man over there, I'm not going to say speaker. Oh, my bad. Did I say that too loud? Oops, my fault. He has a very, he do not like that word. He's very disrespectful when it comes to that word. And you said the word history. You see what I'm saying? Because he and I had a conversation one day. He said Steph Curry something or another, and I didn't disagree with him. And no, my bad. He said Manu Ginobili was the best shooter. Something he said. I don't even remember call the details.
You want me to tell you what I said?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, Grandpa, I got you.
Yeah, tell him just your part.
I said Manu Ginobili was the GOAT from overseas. Okay. That's
okay.
What I said.
Don't you ever tell that lie again.
And listen what I said to him. I said Drazen Petrovic. And do you know what he said? Who is that?
Oh no.
Okay.
That was the end of the conversation.
Let me give you a little bit of the speaker, whatever the heck he is, a little bit of an education. I'll go one step before Drazen Petrovic. I want you to listen carefully to this name. The name Detlef Schrempf.
Absolutely.
6'10", forward from Germany, could shoot the ball, could post people up. Drazen Petrovic. Only difference between Detlef Schrempf and Drazen Petrovic was 5 years and 5 inches.
Absolutely.
Detlef Schrempf 6'11", Drazen 6'6".
But you know what? Let me say this too. Let me add this in there right quick. And it's not just him. And believe me, he's on this platform for a reason. The man, I gotta say this now. With all due respect to the young man, he's a highly intelligent young man. He's one of the best chess players I've ever seen. TJ is. I've seen him take people down. He don't even bring a lunch to work. He go to the chess table and next thing you know, he got a smorgasbord. So I mean, I give him that all day, every day. But I hear people say the same things when it comes to history. But my question to them is always, why are we so dismissive when it comes to history, in regards to sports? We're not dismissive in history to no other. When it comes to history of what the wars, World War I, World War II, and all of that, we always going back to history. World War II in color or whatever the case may be. When it comes to the culture and the movement, civil rights, and all, we always reference history, and that's what we're supposed to.
Hold on.
But when it comes to basketball and football and the whole nine, we're so disrespectful.
That's a lie. Listen,
that's not a lie.
That's a lie. That's not a lie. Come on, bro. Nope.
That's
people
not a lie.
Don't do that with football.
Oh, okay.
No.
Listen. Only thing they do with football is say, all right, they had them slow linemen back in the day. That's the only thing I got.
That's being disrespectful to history.
But I'm just saying it was slow linemen back in the day, right?
Okay. You said they don't do it to football, but then you turn around and said, but the only thing.
I'm saying that's the only thing I say. But the running back.
You just listen, speaker. You just contradicted yourself not once but twice.
Listen, the running backs, the receivers, the tight ends. No, you can't touch them. Especially
who's your favorite football player?
Currently or of all time?
Both.
All right. My favorite, see, it's different. It's two sides of the ball. I got Ed Reed on the defensive end, and I got Adrian Peterson. And I got Adrian Peterson for running back, but then I got Moss for receiver. So it's like I can't really pick one.
Stop. D says, hold the phone. Stop. Penalty flag on the field. I can tell you a running back who ran just as hard, just as fast, and just as powerful as Adrian Peterson from when I started watching football. You want to do some history research? And yes, Barbershop J, you know where I'm going. Absolutely. Look up the name Roger Craig.
Absolutely.
San Francisco.
Nah,
absolutely.
Roger Craig was Adrian. Roger Craig was Adrian Peterson before Adrian Peterson showed up.
Okay, but you know what, Snowman? I'll throw another one out there at you since he want to be in disagreement with that, because I'm in agreement actually. Walter Payton. Walter Payton.
All
Okay,
right, let's go all the way
listen,
there. I'll give you my top 4 right now. We just said 2 of them,
Roger
Walter
Craig
Payton
better
and
not be
Roger
in your
Craig.
top 4.
I'll
He
give you a
better not be in
third
your
one,
top 4.
Barry Sanders, and I'll give you one that's underrated that played under Marv Levy. You want to do some research? Look up the name Thurman Thomas.
Absolutely.
What about O.J. Simpson? Come on, guys.
Oh yeah. Well, we listen. Hold on, guys. This ain't football.
We're not there yet, Double J, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
We coming to our
You
football.
start with Roger Craig. Now them other 3, okay, let's talk. But
We coming to our football segment. But we got to finish out the draft, all right? But we're gonna take a 30-second commercial break right quick. And while we do, don't touch that dial. Be right back.
It's Kay Cunningham, and you're watching the Shop Report.
It's Chris Murray, and you're watching the Shop Report.
Touch that dial.
Max McKee, you're dropping in on the Shop Report.
Hey, I'm Billy Butler, and thank you for watching the Shop Report. Hey guys, I'm Les Norman, former Kansas City Royal, and you're watching the Shop Report.
Barbershop Jay, Quentin Hines, Super Bowl champion. I'm ready. Let's do it. I'm on.
Commander Brown, Detroit Rivers Mountain Training, and I'm watching the Shop Report.
Yeah, good deal. It was delaying and pausing on my side here, Double J. Okay, let's go through the rest. Let's go. We went 1 through 5 right quick. Let's go 6 to 10.
Oh, wait a minute.
Poison Ivy, baby! That's it! Championship! Let's go!
Emotional damage.
hey, Double J, I hope for your sake that man pans out, man. I don't want to see a man cry on this show.
Absolutely.
The emotional damage will be when one of those players blows up and then leaves Detroit for some sunny climes of California or Miami or
No, we're not speaking that in existence.
Let's put it out there now, brother Rich. Ivy to the Clippers.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That'll be the emotional damage.
Yeah.
Why do you want to get cursed by the Clippers?
Stop
of all teams.
Thank you, Snowman. Now you talking. Snowman.
Times they are changing, buddy.
Yes. I will repeat my question. I will proudly repeat my question. How you gonna get? Why do you want to get cursed by the Clippers? A team that began in Buffalo, moved to San Diego, and now is contaminating Los Angeles. I will say this: the Clippers are not contaminating Los Angeles as bad as the Lakers are.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, let's go 6 through 10. We got 30 spits, and then we got to get to our NFL because I got a lot of stuff.
I was with you for
NFL
a second,
today.
and you just started saying some.
Yeah, okay, got you. Anyway,
what did I say, fakers?
Yeah, you did, and you should have.
Good.
Mathurin went number 6 to the Pacers. Sharp went number 7 to the Blazers. Daniels number 8 to the Pelicans. Socon went number 9 to the Spurs, and Davis went number 10 to the Wizards. Do we have any problems with any of those picks going to where they went? Anybody?
Nope.
Yeah. Who the heck are they?
Well, that's where I'm going.
I'm teasing.
No. There's some serious concerns there with, you're grabbing guys that are a year out of basketball in some cases. You're talk about buying on potential. I can't do that with the number 7 pick.
That's why when we get to the Knicks, that's my point to you all. People don't understand what the Knicks did. This is not a strong draft. They knew stacked picks. This is not a strong draft. You're not getting any game changers here. These guys have to live up to some kind of potential.
Bro, Rich, what are you expecting to see? Look, we follow the pipeline, right? So you're going a year from now, you're talking about a draft where Imani is expected to stay in Memphis, by the way, which is what it is. I don't know. Rashid's left. You still have Larry Brown there. You still have Penny. Potential sanctions, right? There has been that's died down. I don't want to kind of bring that back up, but we'll see what happens. But I mean, his profile picture, he's wearing an Oregon jersey. or some kind of sweater or something. I don't know.
Oh,
It's bad. How much are we buying it? You know, Mikey Williams, as an example, is still what, 2 years away?
Okay, but here's the thing, Double J. You're looking at a franchise now that's doing what some of the better teams have been able to do. The people have complained for the longest time that they make terrible draft picks because they've figured out the draft as well. That there are no game changers in the majority of these drafts now because you're drafting younger, less developed players. However, you could take those picks, stack them, and get a proven veteran that may want to change locations, and then you have something to offer.
Ask the Lakers how that turned out.
Well, that was bad.
They got a championship.
That's bad business because the Lakers didn't do
I
that.
I got another one.
The Lakers
Ask the
didn't
Clippers
do that.
how that turned out.
No, but what's wrong with that? The Clippers contending, and the Clippers.
No, they're not.
Whoa! Contending where? At the
I'm fine. Listen, considering the fact that I got my new studio finished, and I get a chance to pick on you guys for a little bit while I'm in the process of finishing moving and watching my dog at the same time. I don't trust either LA team. Well, it's like picking the lesser of two evils. Okay, I would invoke Lewis Black here, but I'm not allowed to cuss.
Snowman.
I would invoke George Carlin, but I'm not allowed to swear. And my dog just heard a neighbor dog. So, but see, the Lakers did it worse.
You think so?
What team is yours? What's your favorite team?
You don't want an answer to that question.
I really do.
No, you don't. You wouldn't be able to handle it.
Who's your favorite team?
Boston. It's got to be Boston.
Golden State, probably.
I'll answer your question. Personally and professionally, I cover 3 teams: the Bulls, the Spurs, and the Golden State Warriors.
I knew the Bulls were going to be one of them. You could tell he's a Bulls fan.
I was born and raised on Chicago's South Side, so
I can tell you're a Bulls fan.
I was there when Reggie Theus and Kyle Macy. I was there when Reggie Theus and Kyle Macy gave way to Michael Jordan. I was there.
Hey, so Snowman, did you ever see Benji
Wilson? Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Wow,
all right.
great.
So maybe
I'm just sad of what happened to him before he really had a chance to take off. And the person who wore his number after him, I did get a chance to see not only at Simeon, but also at Illinois, Nick Anderson.
Yeah, you know, a lot of players who wore his number, they did pretty well at the at the NBA level.
Yes,
they
indeed.
did pretty well, period, wearing his number. Derrick Rose in particular.
Derrick Rose, Deion Thomas. I mentioned Nick Anderson.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
That number 25 is sacred at Simeon High School.
Oh,
and
no
I'm gonna have to
question.
go because my dog wants to get in the house. Give me a couple
All right,
minutes.
man.
I'll sign back in a little bit.
All right, man. We appreciate you for joining us. Yep.
Hey, appreciate you.
Yep. That's no man. Let's go 11 through 15, 10 through 15, or 11 through 15, excuse me. At 11, Diang went to the Knicks, and as Brother Rich has been pointing out, which I think is a very good point, the Knicks are stockpiling. You know what I mean? Because there really was no heavy hitters like, you know, and to TJ's point, I think TJ said that a little earlier too. But I just think Ivy was one of those guys to me. He may not have done it to the tune of a Ja Morant or a Zion while at Purdue, but he jumped off the screen. I mean, I watched more Purdue games this past season, than I did in the past 15 seasons because of Ivy in particular. Yeah, Ivy was that dude.
If it's one
Diang went to the Knicks. Huh?
I said if it's one home run hitter, it might be in there. It might be the guy Chet because of his size and ability. But other than that, I just see.
No way.
No. Hang on a second.
Maybe.
I was telling Doc that I started coming around. You know how they all go to the Lifetime Fitnesses, you know, especially in New York. And I watched him cook. Now, he cooked Curry.
Him who?
Him being Chet. Now, Curry's clearly not a good defender, but the explosiveness off of on that first step, I wasn't expecting against
A guard.
Yeah, guard. Really, an NBA guard at that. Even if you're not known as a great defender, which we could applaud and look at Curry's defensive presence in game. You know, the last 3 games.
Stop it.
Hold on. Are you talking about Steph Curry?
I'm talking about Steph Curry.
Okay, I'll give you the first step thing. That is a noticeable. Brother Rich, you know my thing about next level translatables. Okay. When we talked about Kevin Durant when he was at Texas, you asked me, man, what you think about KD?
But
I
he
said,
was
man,
untouchable. You could tell.
Yeah, but no, but
listen. But I'm telling you what we couldn't tell.
Yeah, you couldn't tell.
What there were some elements you couldn't tell. Like
you couldn't tell.
And put that man at a 3. He's not a 5. Put Chet at 3.
Hold on. What I said about Kevin Durant at the time, when Brother Rich and them asked me in the shop, I said, I can't really tell you in totality. I said, but he had one of his one attribute that jumped off the screen at me. He has an NBA jump shot.
That's what you said.
I said that he had an NBA jump shot. Chet Holmgren, remember now, whatever he did against Steph Curry, I did not see it. Okay, so if he got a quick first step, that is something to take notice of. Right. But at the end of the day, man, 82 games at the NBA level. When he get to game 29 at the NBA level, we're going to see how quick that step is then.
Man, y'all talking like he your age, man. This is
now keep this in mind.
20-year-old kid, man.
Right.
Man,
so
remember, listen, but the NBA at the NBA level is grueling.
And add to what you're saying about it being grueling. The number one thing all players say that is the biggest difference in levels from college to NBA is how much faster the game is.
Absolutely.
John Morant, I think it was him who said it was easier at the NBA.
You're talking about John Morant. John Morant is a phenomenal athlete. We're not talking about.
I'm just saying. I'm giving you an example.
Are you saying that Chet Holmgren is equal to John Morant? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Hey, to be honest with you, John Morant. Listen. I'm about to ask you a question.
They're equal in terms of their athletic ability.
Listen, John Morant.
Maybe with Jaden,
he ain't proved nothing yet.
What?
Oh my
man! He never answers a question. Never.
I'm about to. If y'all don't react like that,
okay. Well then, go ahead. I want to hear this. Go ahead, answer that question.
Now listen, John Morant is a phenomenal athlete, as you just stated. Okay,
and player.
Can I finish my statement, man?
Yeah, but I didn't want you to leave that part out like you do. Go ahead.
Damn, Grandpa, you can't remember nothing you got on your mind, but you can remember my words.
I can remember that. Absolutely.
But
come on.
He get on my nerves. He know he do.
Come on, man. You stalling.
Listen, anyway, but he, like I said, he hasn't proved nothing yet. He ain't. Matter of fact, he got to stay healthy first. That's one thing, right? Because every year he been getting hurt. Him and Zion. But his talent level, we see if he healthy, MVP status, that type of level. But Chad is right there too, bro. He might have that type of talent. We don't know yet. And all I said is he might be the unicorn in this draft if I had to pick one.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Based on what you're saying right now, all we know right now, all we have to go off of when it comes to Chet is what he did at Gonzaga. Okay.
No,
unmute yourself.
Okay, so what? Hold on. Okay,
what do we have, Double J?
Yeah. What?
Okay, so we watched his AAU team just down the road from here go in. He single-handedly manhandled not one but 2 top 10 prospects. That being at the time it was Imani. And then there was someone else who had decommitted from Michigan State, went somewhere else. I'll get you the name shortly.
Okay, exactly. But to my
point, they were never the same. After that game, they never played together. So there you have it. He broke up a friendship.
Okay, we're talking AAU, college, and then NBA. Okay, got you. So he dominated AAU. 2 guys who was top 10 prospects.
But this is a kid. His dad was 7
Wait
feet
a minute.
tall.
Here's what I'm trying to say to you.
He's a natural ball handler.
Okay, that's all that's fine and dandy. But he need weight on him, number one. Number two.
No, he don't.
Yes, he does.
Yes, you do.
Yes, he does.
It's not entirely true.
His skill set doesn't demand weight.
Yeah, it do.
No, it don't.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's fine. It don't demand weight. All right, that's fine. I'm not even about
Go
to
look at any 4 or 5's legs in
what
this
did he
league.
do at Gonzaga in the biggest games that Gonzaga had
They
on the
had him
collegiate
in
level?
the wrong position.
What do you got?
I
Listen.
blame Mark
you
Few.
know what?
Hold on, brother Rich. Hold on, brother Rich. Hold on, brother Rich. Hold on,
He
brother Rich.
Jordaned him. He
Hold on, brother
Dean
Rich. Hold on,
Smith
brother Rich. Hold
Jordaned him.
on. Hold on. Tim Duncan played out of position. I watched him at
And
Wake
how
Forest.
far did Tim Duncan get in the NCAA tournament? He did. He barely got to the second round.
Listen, but we saw what he did at the NBA level. What I'm saying to you is, if you are what you, if he is what you're saying he is, if he is what you're saying he is, then regardless of what position they put him in, he should be a guy who stands out and dominate. And listen, Gonzaga came up short. As long as Chet was there, Gonzaga came up short.
So he didn't do what he was supposed to do.
You know why? And again, this is where I blame both Mark Few, and Mark Few was trying to get Drew Timme the limelight, and he worked. It worked, but it didn't work because Drew Timme is still on that team.
Well, then guess what? Then he should have won #1 overall then.
Okay,
that was a judgment call.
You sound like a hater, man.
Here's my question. I'm listening to a panel of people who are trying to convince me that Chet Holmgren obviously is as good a basketball player as Kevin Durant. And here's why you all are trying to
I'm not saying that.
Obviously you are, because here's
That's
what you're
exactly
saying.
what you're saying. You're talking about his skill set.
Number 2.
But why you all are saying that. You know what was the most glaring thing with Kevin Durant in this year's playoffs? Is that he himself needs to go in the gym and put on some weight and
put
get
on some
stronger,
weight
because the Boston Celtics.
Oh my God, bro!
The Boston Celtics beat him up on defense, and
That
he's
was the
been beat at the
reason.
last. That was definitely one of the reasons that impacted his ability to defeat a team that, on a skill set wise, he should have been able to get through the zigzag that defense, but he was not physically. There were moments in the game where you could see he was literally physically defeated. But and he was not able to do what he normally does on a basketball court. So here's what you all are telling me. You compared him to the unicorn. When's the last time we saw him dominate a basketball game in the NBA? All of these great white European players that are reed thin, that play overseas, and they appear to be athletically dominant on that level, when they come over here and play on the level with even the other white players who are athletically superior to them, like a Luka Doncic, like some of these other.
Brother Rich, you just stole my thunder. I was just getting ready to say, listen, when
guy's on another level in terms of his ability and his first step. If you're telling me he's that guy, then I can get that. But you don't see that when you look at Chet Holmgren.
Chet Holmgren? Absolutely not. You don't see that at all.
He's gonna win Rookie of the Year. Watch what I tell you.
Okay, that's fine. He might win Rookie of the Year, but that don't mean nothing. What do that mean? He win Rookie of the Year. Okay, listen, Brother Rich, I'm so glad.
Rookie of the Year don't mean nothing at all.
What I'm saying in terms of how y'all projecting him, y'all listen. The way y'all talking about him, like he gonna win Finals MVP, or like he already won Finals MVP when he was at Gonzaga.
All I said is this is why I started this whole statement with. I said he might be the unicorn of this draft. That's all I said.
Yeah, might be, exactly. Yeah, emphasize the might be, maybe, possibly.
Y'all ran with it. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, you didn't say might be either. You said he would be.
Run
but anyway,
tape back.
Listen, at the end of the day, to Brother Rich's point, I'm glad because I was just getting ready to say Luka. Who did the Mavericks knock off in the first round that they weren't supposed to?
Right.
And then if you go look at how they did it when Luka was actually doing what he needed to do, Luka was shooting a lot of jumpers and a lot of face-up stuff. And then he started using his size and posting up his weight. He started putting his weight on people in the post. And he was getting anything and everything.
And now what is he trying to do? He's trying to slim down.
Okay, listen, ain't nobody saying he don't need to lose some weight.
Yes.
But you need that weight. And when it comes to them moments where you need that weight, you have to be able to put your back on somebody, man. Chet Holmgren ain't moving nobody out the post.
Hang on a second. Let's not act like he's the first 7'1" guy. Like there wasn't a Sean Bradley that didn't have
Sean Bradley
but that's a good example. That's a very good comparison. He never lived up to what people thought he would be. Never. The unicorn has never lived up to what people thought he could be. These types of players this is why there was much concern. Had Kevin Durant not played with the Golden State Warriors, who was a team of lethal sharpshooters they wouldn't have been as effective in doing what he does. On an individual scale, he can do that. But on a championship level, man, people beat him up like Boston did. And that's why Ime, knowing Kevin Durant's weakness, that he doesn't like physical basketball, he applied that exact same philosophy to him. And you can see this on any basketball court throughout America, where when people who don't like physical element of the game, their game starts getting thrown off because they don't like the idea.
Because you roughing them up. Absolutely.
That's a fact.
Absolutely. Let's go through the rest of this list, man, so we can get to our
This
NFL
is crazy.
stuff.
And it was Jaden Akins that was on that team. Michigan State guard.
Okay, so he got a quick first step. That's fine.
No, but he can shoot. Remember, this is a kid that walked into the. Remember, he was coached by another top 10 draft pick, that being top 5 with Jalen Suggs, by Jalen Suggs' father, and came into the gym. His dad's 7'2", so they knew he was going to grow. And the kid hadn't ever handled a basketball before. Was very self-aware, knew that.
Jay, you're telling me a story. It's a great story, a wonderful story, heartfelt. Tell me what the eyes show you, because my eyes don't.
The eyes tell me that this kid can block cleaner than 99% of this league, and then additionally that his first step is lethal at any position.
Okay,
and then most importantly, he can play multiple positions. Absolutely. So for a 2K fan, they'll love him. But at the same time, he has an outside shot, which fits today's system, which means he needs to be outside. Sam Presti is the best person to have molding him, and that's where you will see the best out of him at some point. So if he lives up to it, to be determined.
He gonna get tired just like Kevin Durant. You're going to get tired at a 48-minute contest.
But what are you
talking about? He got roughed up, man. This Kevin Durant's 15th year. You talking about he got roughed up in?
He got roughed up when he was at OKC. Go look at the game.
He balls out in OKC.
Hold on. Listen. Go and look at the finals when Westbrook tried to get the ball to KD so KD could be that dude. KD took a lot of jump shots, man. He probably took like
He's
37.
a jump shooter. Hold on. So now y'all mad that he shot what he normally shoots?
No, what I'm saying to you is most players who, when they start getting tired, they put their back on you. You got to have a post-up game at some point in the NBA, especially if you 7-1 and you keep talking about the unicorn. You better find a better example.
Well, KD ain't never
when he pulls out Kareem Skyhook, then
man, stop. Yeah, on that note, we definitely going through the rest of the list. Yeah, when he pulls out Kareem's, yeah, that's what you really sound like 2K now. You're talking 2K.
Where your stats from? I don't want to hear it, man.
Man, cut me in and cut it out.
This is crazy. I can't believe this.
I know.
Yeah, I don't believe it either. They want everybody to be Shaq or Michael Jordan. That's what they want.
That is not.
Hey.
You got to be a lot more. If you 6'6", you got to be Jordan. No, get up out of here.
No, give me Sharif Abdul-Rahim. Give me Zebo.
We'll take that.
Give me Sharif Abdul-Rahim.
What about
Zebo don't got no ring.
We talking about talent level.
No.
See, now you're talking about moving the goalpost. There you go.
He don't got no rings. He got all that post game with no rings.
Okay, listen. Hold up.
I'm just saying, Durant got 2 rings with no post game.
Chet Holmgren ain't got none either.
No, he ain't played yet.
Okay, then that's what we. So the rings ain't got nothing to do with it. We talking about straight up. We talking about straight up.
No,
man, come on, man. Okay, let's go through the rest of the list.
He's gonna pretend like they're, like you can't be, Mahmoud Abdul Rauf, and like that's not good enough.
Mahmoud Abdul Rauf was one of the coldest point guards ever played a game. What are you talking about?
That's my point. They're different.
Did he post up?
Yeah, he posted up.
Oh.
When he needed to. He had the ability to. Man, come on, man. Y'all trying to sit here and make a case for Chet Holmgren?
Want every player to be the perfect player, and they coming out of college.
No, they ain't got to be the perfect player. We talking about you said talent level and skill level.
These big dudes are too slow, and this is why. Look where Mark Williams was drafted. Look at how many centers.
He went 12 to OKC.
Where did Kofi Coburn go?
I don't know.
These are dudes that are You put him.
Hey, I'm gonna
he
tell you
looked like
right
a
now.
Baby Shaq.
I'm gonna tell you right now. No, you ain't got to be in this today, BA. You could be Ayton.
Oh.
DeAndre Ayton will brutalize Chet Holmgren.
No, he
You
won't.
could,
Are you?
man,
He's too slow
man,
for that. Come on,
man.
he's too
Stop it.
slow.
Stop
That guy
it.
is not even worth his
Ayton
money.
ain't
Come
all
on,
that,
get
bro.
out
I
of
ain't
here.
gonna lie to
Stop
you.
it.
I
He
wanna
got
hear- I wanna
brutalized
hear
by
that.
Luka.
Stop it. Stop it.
Ayton ain't
Why is
all
that?
that.
Luka brutalized a lot of people.
Thank you. He saying he got
That's
brutalized
not the
by
point.
Luka. He saying he got brutalized by Luka, like Luka don't do everybody like that.
He be
Please.
cooking everybody. That's baby bird.
Anyway, at 12, Williams went to OKC.
Yo, how about that?
That's what I just said. He went to OKC.
Wait a minute. So what Sam Presti got up his sleeve? He drafts Mark
tryna-
Williams.
He trying
and
to run
Chet.
that same
So
scheme
what is
the
he
Cavs
doing?
running.
Our host is misevaluating this kid. He's over there that way.
Yeah, him.
And I'm taking Mobley. I'll take Mobley over him right now. What is you saying?
What Mobley?
Evan Mobley.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the brother.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was about to be in your list. That's why.
Anyway, Duran went 13 to the Hornets, but he got traded to the Pistons.
Oh, no. Whoa, what about? Okay.
Agbaji, TJ's favorite player, went number 14 to the Cavs. Williams, I forget his first name. He went number 15 to the Hornets. Griffin went number 16 to the Hawks. Eason went 17 to the Rockets. A lot of these players I don't even recall either. Terry went number 18 to the Bulls. LaRavia went number 19, but he got traded to the Wolves. The Wolves and and OKC, boy, they really cleaned. And the Pistons too. They kind of cleaned up on the trade deal. Branham is nice. He went to the Spurs. Braun went.
Okay. You see that?
What?
He missed all of that. Go ahead, keep going.
Yeah,
I ain't missed that bull crap. Nobody don't care about that.
Anyway, Braun went 21 to the Nuggets. Kessler went 22, but got traded to the T-Wolves. Roddy, 23, got traded to the Sixers. That's interesting. Beauchamp went 24 to the Bucks. That's really interesting. Wesley went 25 to the Spurs. Wesley. Who? Beauchamp. Beauchamp.
Yeah. But from where?
What college? I don't know. I didn't write the college down. He went to the Bucks.
No, Beauchamp was from the G League.
Oh, Ignite.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My man. Yeah, my man Moore Jr. got traded to the T-Wolves, but he got picked 26th. Jovic at 27 went to the Heat. Baldwin at 28 went to the Warriors. They just stockpile. They don't rebuild. They just reload. Washington Jr. 29 went 29. He got traded to the Rockets, and then Watson rounded out the first round and got traded to the Nuggets. So at the end of our Hoop Central segment, what we're saying is Chet Holmgren is a future Finals MVP next year. Is that what we're saying here?
That is not what we're
saying. That's what you saying. That's all
I'm just asking because that's what it sounded. That's what it sounded like.
No, I went rookie of the year.
And the speaker for the King is saying that.
I said rookie of the year. I ain't go past that.
But here's my point here. Our host will praise Detlef Schrempf and then completely ignore Peja Stojakovic, and Peja had better numbers.
Absolutely. I never did. Absolutely. Absolutely not. Don't disrespect. Peja Stojakovic was one of the coldest shooters of all time. But Detlef Schrempf was more of a complete player. Listen, when you say, if I said Detlef Schrempf, Peja Stojakovic, which one was a 5'2" player? You're not picking Peja Stojakovic. And Stojakovic was one of the coldest shooters I ever saw. But if I asked you between the two, which one was more of a who fit the mold of a 5'2" player, not 3, not 4, 5'2" player, you're gonna pick Schrempf over Stojakovic.
But look at your stars today.
I'm not. Listen. Don't
How many of those even?
Listen,
could you
and
pick
TJ
10 that are 5'2" players?
Why you playing that? I haven't said anything.
You didn't have to. You was getting ready to. I said.
You got that right though.
I'm not talking about today's stars. You said Detlef Schrempf. You threw Detlef Schrempf's name in there. And then threw Peja Stojakovic. So that's all I'm going off of. I'm not talking about him, them, everybody, what she said, he said, but she said she didn't. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the two names you named.
Both of them.
I'm talking about the two names you named. Obviously, because you don't know who Detlef Schrempf was. You didn't even know who Drazen Petrovic was, but you're a basketball historian. Got you.
I never. Listen,
But anyway,
that's not
like
my
I said,
claim to
between
fame.
the
That's
two.
yours. I never
Okay.
said I was a historian. Just stop
Okay,
that.
I didn't
now.
say I didn't
watch
say you were.
basketball till
I
like
didn't say you
98.
were either. I didn't say you were either. I said you weren't, but I said you was because you aren't. But
I ain't.
anyway, yeah, okay,
Ain't.
that's fine. That's fine. Put the apostrophe and comma there if you want to. It don't make no never mind. Between them two names, if I said which one of the two reminds you most or fits the bill or mold of a 5'2" player, you're not picking Peja Stojakovic. So at the end of the day, I say once again, from the two guys on the left side of the screen, for all our viewers out there, I want y'all to know the two guys, excuse me, on the left side of the screen. Am I pointing right? Oh, okay. Anyhow, they saying
Anyway,
that Chet
before you
Holmgren.
end this segment,
They saying so. In other words, Double J, what you're saying is you wanted Chet Holmgren over Jaden Ivey. Then he should have went to the Pistons.
That is not true at all. And again, you were
Oh, no?
ignoring this here, where you see I had before the world knew. I had told everyone on this very same program that James Hunter, which you see Barry Sanders there is that quote or tweet rather, referencing playing with his grandfather. And then, of course, there's Jaden's dad there who went to Country Day. And then, of course, you know, his mom played for the Detroit Shock. So there you have it. There was no surprise here. He ignored Sacramento, did not speak to them, to prevent an Eli Manning situation unfolding. So there you have it. There is no mystery here. No Tim Donaghy, no Scooby-Doo snacks.
But you're pining for Chet Holmgren, though. You're talking about Chet Holmgren like you should be talking about Ivy.
No, I'm going to give the guy his due here. To
be honest, Double J, you would have been happy with Chet Holmgren too, huh? Be honest.
No, that's Doc, and I hope he comes on to defend this.
Hold it. No, not the way you was just advocating.
Look,
if Chet Holmgren had Chet Holmgren went to the Pistons, would you be as excited? Would you have showed us that video? Absolutely not.
I don't. Wait a minute. I don't know that. I can't say for sure.
What you mean? What you mean? You didn't hesitate to tell us Chet Holmgren had a better first step.
He like him over there. Just say you like him over there, though.
Yeah, that's I can enjoy. You know, the grass is green over there, and that's okay.
He don't know. Hey, barbershop. He don't know.
I don't mind admiring it from behind my picket fence. How about that? There we go.
Yeah, you mean. You meant to say the gated community. Anyway, let's move on.
No, hold on. Before you move on,
is what he has at the lake house.
I got a
question. Oh, my bad.
Man.
Okay, Brother Rich, I got you. Got you.
The Abaji, right? Is that the same? Did we draft Okoro all over again, or is he step up from Okoro? I just need to know.
I won't know until I see him on the
floor.
No, hey, he got locked up. If you watch the last few games. This is my point with him. I said this was the worst Kansas team in 20 years.
He went to Kansas. I know he played at Kansas.
No, Double J. How he get the player of the year? Was that not this year or that's another year?
I don't believe that was this year. Well, no, it may have been. You're talking about
he got player of the tournament. He got player of the tournament or something.
Well, that was the thing. Look who they played. They didn't play like one number one seed. They played all upset teams, 10, 11 seeds, teams that barely weren't even supposed to be there.
Oh, okay.
But they had to play. Hold on, but they had to play some. They had to play somebody tough in order to win the national championship.
Right at the end. And that
okay,
was North Carolina. So I'm not knocking the guy entirely.
Yeah,
look, he's got the build. Right. This is your 2K prototypical build. His parents are both athletes. But the problem that I seen was late in the season, in the Big 12 season, because remember, I used to be a Kansas fan here before I actually went, to college. So,
oh wow, really?
Go ahead and say it, Purdue before you.
Exactly.
There, I mean, it goes without saying. Ivy's here, Carson's here, the whole welcome wagon.
Claim it, Purdue.
There it is. All right.
They say 6'5" and 6'6" is too small for the small forwards now.
I don't disagree, especially when one of them potentially is 7'1".
You don't disagree, but shouldn't it be based on ability? 6'6" and still get the job done if you have the ability. You trying to tell me
you talked about it yourself.
Hey, hold on, wait a minute, wait. A guy like Kawhi Leonard couldn't play small forward?
That's what I said.
No, because again, look at your 5 tools. Offensively, you're handicapped.
Kawhi Leonard's a 5-tool player. That's why I said ability.
Not in that position.
What do you mean?
Oh,
You might not have many that at 5'2". You know what? In the today
and
BA,
let's put a center. Let's put a center at the 3.
In the today BA,
let's just have fun with it. Let him bring. Let's Shaq in the NBA All-Star game. Go ahead, handle the ball.
In the today BA, you can get away with a guy at that position being 6'6", being a 3-2 player because everybody's shooting threes. Give me a guy that knows how to. Because whoa. He might be a little taller, but I'm gonna just throw his name out here. I'm not sure.
Actually,
how tall is Jason Tatum? How tall is Jason Tatum?
6'9".
6'9". Okay, that ain't too far off. Yeah. You get what I'm trying to say? 6'6", 6'7". That ain't too far off.
No, listen, 6'6". Besides LeBron James, you could check anybody besides LeBron James in the NBA.
We heard you the first time.
I'm just saying.
And you ain't have to lean all up on the mic like you making love or something. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Get on out of here, Teddy Pendergrass. He gonna bring the mic all up like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like we can't hear you. Yeah, put your ear to the microphone next time. Anyway, okay.
It's the combo guard size at that point.
Yeah, they can check point guard, shooting guards. I like it. Multiple guard positions, really. At least 3 positions.
Yeah, I don't.
His distribution's good. I mean, there's a lot of good things. I'm being meticulous because I watched a lot of those games late in the season when I was hoping they would lose. And there was a stretch there where he just did not score, and I mean like 0 points.
They said that's the knock on him because if he missing, you might as well. But they said if he can hit his shots, he'd be a 10 to 12-year player.
He could have went 8 positions higher if he didn't go through those spells.
Okay, so we're talking about when we say they, we're talking about the same. Hold on, we talking about the same people like Mel Kiper. That's the they we talking about. Man, come on, man, cut me in and cut it out. The same people who had no idea who was gonna go where in the draft. Okay, them same people.
About Double J. I don't know what
okay. Oh, that was Double J's take. All right, I'm sorry. My bad.
No. I honestly believe he could have went if he didn't, especially the timing of it was so late in the season. Going through that, it looked very, very bad. Remember, this is a team that was made up of guys that were once told you're not good enough to play at Kansas. That being Remy Martin, who really saved the day. For them, and otherwise you don't see any other Kansas player, to my knowledge, that was even drafted, not in the first round at least. So you're talking about that's your national champion, and the best player is what 16.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
I mean, go to 2002. You have Kirk Heinrich and Nick Collison off the board at that point. We're not talking Jacques Vaughn, Paul Pierce, Danny Manning. I mean, we're talking just kind of average, decent players here.
Yeah, well, all I know is,
Mario Chalmers.
I look forward to this upcoming NBA season, but all I know is 2 people on this P program just sat up here and told us Chet Holmgren was going to be Finals MVP next year. Anyway, we're moving on. We're moving along. All right, we up next is the Gridiron. Let me throw this up here on the screen, on the screen right quick. WJ, I wish you would have gave me a little bit more than 30 seconds on this, but that's okay. I'm going to show it.
And then my apologies.
That's all right. Yeah,
thanks for specifying next time.
That's okay. That's okay. You over
there? There's no instruction. Just says,
you over there.
Get it up there, right?
Yeah. You over there.
Next time he says jump, I'm gonna have to ask how high, right?
No. Speaking of how high, you keep drinking that stuff. Anyway, throwing this up on the screen. Here go the top 10 running backs, according to Patrick Walker, going into the 2022-2023 NFL season. Derrick Henry at 1. I want everybody to look at the list here and tell me if you got a problem with the list. I would put Dalvin Cook over Alvin Kamara.
Why?
What do you mean?
Why is Joe Mixon on this list at all?
Why Ezekiel Elliott? Oh yeah, Cowboys fan. He put the list up. Okay,
absolutely. Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Okay, well let me put the list up again and show y'all who it's according to.
There's an asterisk down
Patrick
below
Walker.
when it said it, but I had to omit it per his request. That was the only thing he specified. He said nothing about the time. He just made sure, that was hidden.
Gotcha. Anyway, I'll read the list off again. Derrick Henry was at 1. Jonathan Taylor at 2. Nick Chubb was at 3. Alvin Kamara was at 4. Dalvin Cook was at 5. Joe Mixon was at 6. Zeke Elliott 7. Austin Eckler at 8, Aaron Jones at 9, and David Montgomery at 10. Does anybody have a problem with that list?
Well, at first I didn't, but now I do. I just thought about it. Wasn't Henry hurt all last year?
That's correct.
All right, so that's the only problem I got with it. I would not have him over Chubb or
Jonathan Taylor.
Taylor would be number 1 based off last year.
I agree with you 100%.
That's just me.
Yeah, because wasn't he close to like getting the MVP?
MVP, man.
He was in MVP talks last year.
He was looking like LaDainian Thomas last year.
Here's my problem with this list. If you're going to take injury into consideration, then Derrick Henry really should be off of it. But better yet, if you're not going to account for that, Christian McCaffrey should be on it.
But you said injury.
Right,
you said if you're not.
Yeah, if we're going to omit that element of it, then Christian McCaffrey should be on the list.
Yeah, that's fair.
For real.
Okay, well, you would put him over who, though?
A lot of them. I got to put the list back up.
Where would you put?
He'd be over Joe Mixon.
Yeah, Mixon should be 10 or off. I don't see it.
I think Aaron Jones should be a little higher too.
How is Ezekiel Elliott still on this list?
I don't
know Ezekiel. I don't know why he on there.
I don't understand why he's had 2 bad seasons in a row. Maybe because he's from Dallas and the host is from Dallas, and supports the Dallas.
That's what about.
Here's the thing. What about, and then they're not including rookies on the list. You could put Najee Harris, just historically how Pittsburgh uses the running back position.
Yeah.
Absolutely in there. There's a lot of
things.
Who is this clown? Who are we? Our host, is this a 2K guy? Barbershop Jay?
Yeah, for real.
Well, if he is just one of your favorites. Why you sitting up there using the shop report brand to play 2K? Man, brother Rich, man, Double J played a live 2K game. I'll forget what team. Oh, he was playing. He actually had the Lakers. Man, he missed so many. Yeah, he shot so many.
No, there was delays, lag.
Oh man, please. But not blame it on the Wi-Fi. Anyway, Scott Foster, excuse me.
Get to the real.
What about Austin Eckler? Where would you put him at? I would put Aaron Jones at 6 and move Joe Mixon. Actually, I would move Joe Mixon to 9.
Do we want to move Chubb? Get that list. Let's put it back up there.
No, you don't want to move Chubb.
Chubb would be 2 based off last year. For me.
Yeah, right. Yep. Based off last year. Yeah, I said.
I know I'm a homer, but I would have put Chubb too.
Yeah.
Henry.
And real talk, you probably could have put Dalvin Cook at 3.
Yeah.
No, he's 4 for me. He goes.
I'm not taking off last year. I'm not taking Alvin Kamara over Dalvin Cook.
No, I'm not
off last year. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
He should be 10. Honestly, 10 or not on the list. Kamara. Look, you could put Jonathan Taylor.
Who was throwing him the ball? Most of his game off the little short passes and stuff.
So what do we think? Drew Brees is going to come back now that he's off NBC because a Purdue guy doesn't work with Notre Dame fans.
I have no
Drew
idea.
Brees' arm left 10 years ago. He should have been retired.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that.
I'm talking about arm strength, really.
Well, who'd you just say, TJ?
About what?
You said take somebody off the list. Dalvin Cook?
Yeah,
no, you said
Elliott. He has to go, bro.
I agree with that.
He's trash, bro. And they got a great line, but he ain't no.
I'll put it to you this way: if as it pertains to Zeke specifically, if we were fantasying, like if this were a fantasy list,
here we go. Here we go with the 2K.
In tier 4.
Here we go with the 2K. Here we go, 2K. Fantasy. You know what I'm saying? Everything is daffodils and unicorns. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
there's like 15. Half the league really, has better options.
But they paying him that money, so they gotta play him.
Right.
Matter of fact, his backup is better than him now. His backup should be on this list.
Who?
Because y'all gave him a bag, didn't y'all? Y'all gave him a bag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Barbershop, y'all gave him a lot of money, man.
Yeah. He was Airbnb being the kettle to be able to pay for that.
That's so disrespectful. That's so disrespectful for people that's Browns fans but live in Detroit and LA. You understand? wearing Clippers shirt. You know what I'm saying? Wearing Clippers jerseys with Detroit Red Wings socks.
Yeah, they
You know
fandom
what I'm
is
saying?
everywhere.
And Minnesota Lynch, hats. Man, come on, man. Make up my mind. I wish you would. Well,
There'll be tickets for sale behind the end zone.
Yeah, I bet you it
To the
will
Browns
be.
game?
Yeah, oh yeah. Actually, if you guys want to go in on the ticket package, obviously I can only make like one or two. So, the other, the other 76 games.
Yeah, well, my food stamp a lot.
I can take Grandpa.
I can't.
Well, I tried. Grandpa,
I
I made the drive, and
Hey,
got him,
hey, let me explain something to you now.
Oh boy.
If I'm soaking my teeth, you can best believe I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. It's tough eating them dollar
Make sure
dogs.
they good seats. He got that cataract, man. You know what I'm saying? He can't really see and stuff.
Oh, you was cracking a funny? You want me to give you a button? Anyway, I'll give you a button.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
If you can get us on the bench, you know how they do in the dugout in baseball. If you can get us right there by the bench, it'd be good for him. Make sure
you've seen it.
We're gonna take a moment of silence for that. Anyway, yeah. Torrey Smith has had former Baltimore Ravens wide receiver had this to say on rookie dinners. Rookie dinners are BS. I'm glad I had an OG that realized teaching me. Oh, excuse me. He said, I'm glad I had an OG that realized that by teaching me that blowing money is stupid. And I spell it STOOPID. It does not prove you belong on a team. Shout out to Anquan Bolden, who was one of my favorite wide receivers, by the way. He said, dudes coming to the league with no financial literacy and real problems.
Not true.
But hold on, Double J, can I finish? Stop, Miss Alva. Paging Miss Alva. It's time to cut him. It's time to cut his drinks off. But folks think that $50,000 dinners are cool. Nope. This is what Torrey Smith had to say. Now you drinking water? Oh boy.
Oh, no.
Brother Rich, you want to weigh in on that?
I think that's one. That's why I don't understand what Double J is saying. Not true. The players absolutely, unfortunately, come in not as financially literate. The NFL and professional sports is doing better now. Nevertheless, the idea that players come in and are led to believe that squandering money, having $50,000, $60,000 extra lavish dinners when we go to Applebee's and we buy all of everything for everybody, when your whole salary, perhaps for the year, as a young rookie NFL player trying to make it, maybe $150,000, and you haven't really hit.
Miss Alva waited. I did, Miss Alva. Please cut off his drinks.
Yeah,
please. He over here talking. You talking about shenanigans? I'm talking about shenanigans.
Well, now wait a minute here. Let's not pretend that they don't go through Canton, Ohio, right? Oh, that's
okay.
right.
The rookie symposium.
That's right. They go through that symposium. They have agents. They have all
that
these
symposium
levels
at this point. That
place.
Symposium is for show.
Additionally,
it lacks substance.
I will point this out.
How you know? You been there?
No, but don't get it twisted.
You said no. So stop.
The only plan I had was from
the words of a player, an actual player who went through this, saying that they come in the league financially illiterate. Is the player lying? The player.
It's not
the league. Let me shout out to my man Herm. Let me just throw that up there, okay? You know,
it's not the league's fault. It's not
the league's fault.
It really ain't.
No, this is the equivalent of hazing.
Okay, one at a time. Go ahead, Double J. Go ahead. What?
This is the equivalent of hazing in college, which, as long as it doesn't go over the line, then it's okay. Additionally, look who it is. It's in groups. We're talking 4 or 5 people here. If it falls under the team category, where again, you could talk about like the Cheesecake Factory, where all 53, the whole 53 go, where people will naturally just walk in to get whatever that free thing is that they want, expensive item here, and then they're on their way. So the difference is at that point, that's when it's split up amongst a group of individuals. So look, that is team camaraderie. That is far more than, and again, out of $20 million guaranteed, keyword is guaranteed, 50 grand And that's
Torrey
a
Smith
stretch.
never got $20 million guaranteed.
I was gonna say, who gets $20 million guaranteed in the early NFL?
No, that's he talking about the receiver who was just surprised on the social media. Like what?
No,
right?
We're
Yeah.
talking about rookie. We're talking about what we're not talking about a player getting $20 million and doing that.
He said rookie dinners.
Yes, rookie.
Yeah, but that's
what I'm talking
about.
The
first round or second round pick.
Exactly. Right? It's not for your minimum wage player.
He said rookie dinner. Okay, so how many rookies get $20 million?
The top 10.
That's right. They're talking about
and how many teams
picks.
draft?
32.
Okay, but y'all talking about the top 10?
Correct. And that's why I'm saying it's not that high.
Okay, so let me just put it like this.
And it's not the entire
when those guys
team.
go to that symposium, okay, that's really almost like corporate talk. Something that they have to do to say that we did it and we told them not to and so on and so forth. What Torrey Smith is saying here is...
But you acting like them is 15-year-old kids, 14-year-old.
It don't... Man, please, man, ask Antoine Walker.
We're talking about a single dinner. Oh, come on. And let's, if we want to bring up him, he acknowledged he made a lot of mistakes and he got taken advantage of. That's not the same. That's not a single dinner. He wouldn't point to one thing.
Okay, well, let me say it this way.
A dinner ain't gonna make you financially.
But it's not about the dinner. In other words, he's talking about how to spend your money.
And he's talking about the dinner setting bad habits for players. Where you begin to spend money like you have it like that. And you're trying to live a lifestyle and keep up with the quote-unquote Joneses and double J with you.
That's what he's saying.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
But that's tradition, though.
That's tradition. Exactly. It's one.
But it's a backward tradition.
Well, so is hazing in college, but it still happens.
Okay, but guess what, though? They're really starting to eliminate that because people are getting killed and so on and so forth.
Y'all are taking it too literal. Like, this is their first big spending out of their
how are we taking it literal? We're dealing with something that an actual player says. That, look, as I came through this, I'm glad I had an older player telling me, don't do this, because we need to be more financially literate. And that's not the way you show loyalty and camaraderie. That there are other ways to do it, and there are other ways to pay. Nobody's against you paying your dues in a rookie situation. Okay, make them have there are things that you do to rookies. Nobody's saying don't do that. But what we're saying is there's players that bring precedent to tell a rookie, spend $50,000 on this dinner or $60,000 on this. We're saying that's bad financial advice. That's what we're saying.
Hold on, let me say this. To me, quote unquote, a lot of traditions, and why I say they backward, it's almost like these challenges you see on social media. Ice bucket this, or do the Tide Pod challenge or whatever the case may be. But guess what? And then people pick up on that stuff, or the crate challenge. You see what I'm saying? And that this excuse my French fries, but this is so stupid. And you got millions of people following these stupid trends and traditions. But guess what? Hold on. No, I'm not done. But
named a couple ones that's bringing awareness to certain things, though.
Okay, but let somebody start a book challenge. Don't nobody pick up on that. What Anquan Bolden,
yes, they do.
Man, stop it, man. Not like they do the crate challenge or the ice bucket challenge. Please.
That's ALS. That's to bring awareness to ALS. That's ALS challenge. That's to bringing awareness to it. Now, the crate challenge, they just doing that with crackheads and stuff. But every challenge is not a bad thing. So,
I didn't say every tradition was. What I'm saying is, listen, at the end of the day,
if it's 30,000, does it change your mind?
No, it don't. No thousands.
Hey,
listen. Hold on, but let me use the other example. Let me use another example. But we're talking about spending your money wisely, because a fool and his money are soon parted. At the end of the day, it was some rapper. I can't think of his name. He bought his wife some expensive car, and she said, "Take it back. If you're going to spend that kind of, if you're going to spend that kind of money, let's go invest in some brownstones."
And he's invested in a lot of great things. Killer Mike is a great example. However,
so hold on. What I'm saying is, Anquan Bolden saying, if you're going to spend $50,000 on something, he's saying this is a tradition and started by whom? Like the rookie guy got to carry the older players' shoulder pads and all of that. Listen, don't try to get me caught up in no tradition without telling me from where is its origins. Because somebody thought this was
go
cool.
ahead, Abraham Lincoln, man.
Jay, but is this going to make this kid more money by having his teammates that are potentially going to look out for him and likely say, obviously, this is a one-off thing. This is not what we do every day.
Spend the $50,000 on a boys
club.
What
about the kid?
Build something for some other people.
They have charities. Every single player.
That's good. Then guess what? Instead of spending $50,000 on a rookie dinner, come on, man. Are we really seriously sitting here debating this? A rookie dinner?
It's really like a congratulations dinner, but it's just
you made it.
You're here. Okay, then you shouldn't have to spend nothing. No. They should be giving him something. You made it. Why I got to pay you and I made it? Man, cut me in and cut it out, man.
All right, can we go to the next topic? This is
no, we're not going to the next topic. Okay, Miss Alba weighing in again. The ice bucket challenge with LS. Oh, okay, my bad. All right, that's fine.
All right, that's why I told him, Miss Alba.
Okay, that's fine. The ice bucket challenge mimics ALS symptoms. Okay, that's fine. Okay, but you see, all right.
Well, but now it's a dumb challenge still.
No, but I did not know that. But listen, but I can only speak on what I know. I did not know that. I did not know that. So now having the information, I can understand that then. I can understand that. I'm cool with that. But $50,000 on a rookie dinner, look, just like your supervisor at work will come and tell you, well, this is what we're doing today. These are how the rules have to go.
What about corporate dinners? And listen, what about corporate dinners? I'm going to point that out. Corporate dinners, not a potluck. Not everybody brings something from home, and you don't want to try it anyway.
Corporate dinners benefit whom? Who do they benefit?
The people in the room. Somebody has to foot the bill, and it's typically the brand or the supervisor. Team dinners, as it pertains to at the corporate level, are virtually the exact same thing. It may not be $50,000.
Okay,
depending on the organization.
We're talking about a corporation as opposed to an individual and a.
Thank you. I'm not impressed. Hey, listen. You know what?
But I'm talking about like a supervisor. I'm talking about team, not the CEO.
The supervisor's not paying that bill. The corporate, that's a corporate debt. They're taking up the responsibility for bonding that team. Now, if you told me the rookie dinner was the team paying for that,
guys, I'm telling you right now, I've sat in a room and I've watched them spend more than that with cards going around.
Okay, but
not just a dinner.
Here's what you don't see. Here's what you don't see. Here's what you fail to remember. This is the part you don't see. Okay, some of them do that and they understand it well. But guess what happens? Some others, when that's their introduction to the NFL, big, expensive dinners and this and all these rookie challenges, that at the end of their life in the NFL and professional football, they have nothing. They're broke.
Thank you. They're treated just like ABA players.
They end up selling.
So y'all saying it's all stems from the rookie dinner. All this comes from the rookie dinner. Yeah,
but
right.
That's where I'm going with this.
No,
we can't sit here and insist.
Where do you think people learn bad habits from? When you've never had money and all of a sudden you got money, and people who you think know and they show you this is what you do with your money, and so this is what you do with your money.
Rich, now
to me it's setting a bad precedent.
Hold on. Since y'all saying all that, right?
I am saying that.
Now watch this. Watch this, Double J. So what about the ones who buy their dad the car he always wanted and stuff? Instead of just buying him just buy him a regular little used vehicle, they go buy him $100,000.
Did you really use that, man? Yeah, you really told us to hold on to use
it. It's the same amount.
But that's okay.
It's $100,000. No, this is
the thing. Here's the thing. That's okay if they want to use that barbershop. That's all right. Guess why? Because if I buy my dad that car, if I'm done with my money and I'm stupid with my money, and in 2 years I'm not in the NFL anymore, my dad will sell that car and at least we'll have some money. Or my mom will sell that house and at least what? But that dinner,
we know
I didn't say how.
No, you all asked a silly question. I'm giving you a silly answer because that's a silly question. And
listen. At the end of the day, you're talking about a guy. Listen, hold on.
$60,000 on some dinner.
Hold on, brother Rich. That's my point. You talking about a guy buying his father a car? You mean the guy who got him up at 6 o'clock in the morning, or who got him into football ever since Pee Wee, and who took him, who worked a 14 hours? Hold on, I'm not done.
Yeah,
who worked a 14-hour shift to make sure his son got the practices and all that kind of stuff? He deserves that $100,000. But you're talking about a rookie dinner. Who does that really benefit?
It was $17,000. Lane Johnson and
I don't care how much it was. You're talking about a rookie dinner.
You talking about
a rookie dinner,
a fantasy car. So y'all agree he should get
you
a car.
use the example.
No, I'm just saying y'all agree he should get that big luxury car. That
but
Bentley.
he's getting his father that car because of what the father put into him.
And that's
why not? Hold on, why not buy his
$55,000.
dad some real estate or something?
Listen, he gonna do that too, because every athlete said I'm gonna get my mama.
No.
He said I'm gonna get my mama a house.
You can't say it that way and have it that way
I'm
too.
not going to have a conversation with somebody that debates an athlete getting their parents something as opposed to spending.
Thank you. That's what I'm trying to say. As opposed to you're really gonna sit here and say something about an athlete buying his parents.
It's a $250,000 luxury vehicle when you could. Just
you went from $50,000 to $100,000 to $250,000.
Trust
man,
me,
come
do all this.
They
do all this.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Now, a house, understandable. A car, come on, man.
We talking about a rookie dinner as opposed to a guy buying his parents something. There is no comparison. Forget the amount. It's what you're spending the money on. I don't care how much it is. It's what you're spending the money on. You're spending money on a rookie dinner, and it serves what purpose? So we can all sing Kumbaya? Man, cut me in or cut it out, man. That don't make no sense whatsoever.
They're saying nowadays it's rarely over $7,000.
I don't care the amount. I don't care the amount. Okay, hey, listen, it could be $15,000. It's what are you spending the money on?
We're not gonna get to them. They just
you're not gonna get to me.
That's not enough to me.
Exactly. And don't insult my intelligence. Don't insult my intelligence, because what I'm saying, ask anybody on the street. Ask anybody on the street. Matter of fact,
and here's the thing: I'm not going to be challenged by anybody.
You could buy a $7,000 dinner, but you can't. You could buy a $250,000 car, but you can't buy a $7,000 dinner.
Who did you buy the car for?
It don't matter. You spent the money. It ain't benefiting you no type of way.
But it's benefiting your father.
It doesn't. No. Any car could benefit somebody because all the car do is go to A to Z. So the luxury part is a toy. That's a toy. You bought your dad a toy.
Why did he buy his father that car?
I don't care. It's not benefiting me, just like the dinner ain't benefiting me. And that's $7,000. You're mad about $7,000.
Who does the dinner benefit? Teammates. Who does the dinner benefit?
Your teammate.
Listen, but the car benefits his father. You might get traded next year. Now you ain't got a teammate, but his father gonna always be his father.
$250,000.
Come on, man. The comparison is terrible. Listen, if it was no merit to this, then Anquan Bolton wouldn't have sat him down and said it. Anquan Bolton wouldn't have sat him down and said that. If it was no merit to it, and listen, if it was no merit to it, he wouldn't have said it.
Hey, Bolton must have had bad teammates. That's all I'm saying. But anyway,
come on, man. Teammates come and go. Teammates come and go.
Some teammates are lifelong friends. Some teammates are lifelong friends.
But being my friend ain't like my father.
I'm not comparing the two. I'm just letting you know. You said they come and go, but some of them are there.
Okay. But either way it go, you don't have really no allegiance to them.
You don't.
Regardless, $50,000 on a dinner benefits whom? Your teammates. Versus a $250,000 car buying for your father. Your father
and your dad should have told you financial literacy.
Jay, I'm talking about $75 out of $7,500.
Double J, I don't care. I don't care about
You're
the numbers
not
per
looking
se.
at it like that.
But listen.
They just got a $20 million
check. It sounds like a big number. It sounds like a big number, but and I don't disagree. I understand all of the financial history with as it pertains to athletes and how they've had a lot of terrible financial
If you set a
decisions.
bad
There's been
pattern,
good ones.
If you set a bad pattern, you're going to blow money. You're going to end up broke.
Look at Rodman. Rodman did nothing wrong and had a bad financial advisor who stole his money.
No, Kevin Garnett.
Even do that.
Kevin Garnett, $100 million, I think, from him.
Ricky Williams, same thing, same lady. They didn't even do nothing wrong, and they stole millions of dollars
on a rookie dinner is a horrendous tradition.
My thing
period. Okay, listen. Let's play devil's advocate
$20 million.
Right,
we're talking about $50 out of $20 million.
I don't care. Every dime counts because contracts in the NFL are not guaranteed. He don't know if that's going to be his only contract.
Put me on the island with 19 million.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you like this.
950,000.
I'm gonna tell you like this. People be looking at the whole numbers.
Out to dinner for that.
People be looking at the whole numbers and such. After them guys get them contracts and everybody else who's supposed to get their hands after the tax man.
You know what I'll do to make you happy? I'll put $1 million in a Roth IRA that'll double over the 30 years. So that way I can get the money back that I supposedly spent on this dinner and some. And that way you say, all right,
ain't nothing wrong with that. It's not a rookie dinner. It's not a rookie dinner. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what you spent it on in regards to setting a bad precedent in terms of how you spend your money. Listen, the value
of parking lots and tell them to get Kias in affordable vehicles.
Don't buy nothing.
Because guess what though? Listen, if I spend it on me,
concept.
Do like Kawhi Leonard. Just keep your station wagon from high school.
Do what Gronk did. Gronk didn't spend a penny of. Now he still had a rookie dinner. But he didn't. He has not spent a dime yet of his NFL earnings checks.
Still got that station wagon, dog. I don't care.
If you want to spend
Jeff
money,
Brom,
if
Jeff
you
Brom
want to
drives
spend
a
the money
94
on
Nissan.
you, if you want to spend the money on you, I don't have a problem with that. I'm talking you spending the money on a rookie.
But you're grouping them together. The people that do ultimately have end up in selling their Super Bowl rings. Spent the money on themselves.
They spent $50,000. They spent $50,000 on a rookie dinner.
No, they spend that money on themselves.
No, they spent it on themselves. They made a lot of bad financial decisions. It is hard for me to believe. Yes, do I believe financial literacy? And matter of fact, I will give Michigan's governor one bit of credit with signing a bill in that requires financial literacy to graduate from high school. You have to have gone through it.
Okay, but that's why he said
teaching me. That's a bigger issue.
That's why he said teaching me though. Because at the end of the day, the symposium is telling you, but the OGs are sitting down actually teaching you.
Well, look, and what is this league? Not for long, right? They're telling you your lifespan in this, it's up to you to do it. It is up to you to do it. They can always say no. They can always say, no, we're not going to dinner. No, I'm not participating.
And I bet most of them do that.
But the reality of it, most of them now, the dinners are $5,000 to $7,000, a far cry from 50.
Shoot, the practice squad players make way more than that.
He was saying 50,000.
But that's because the league is trying to eradicate this. They've been trying to eradicate this.
Why eradicate the tradition?
Same reasons. It's a bad look, right? When
why eradicate a tradition?
Well, no. Here, because it's not the league's tradition, it's the players' tradition. And we know the league and the players, the league is going to protect the shield, right? Okay. We're talking about CTE. We're talking about all these other things that come with that territory. So to sit there and show, oh, look at these big spoiled brats who are always complaining. And here's a $75,000 bill with Louis the 13th that's got
that's one thing I'm glad the league is doing.
a shot.
That's one thing I'm glad the league is doing. Eradicate it. And then, eradicate it. And then put something in place where they can spend their money on something that will be fruitful and multiply.
To me, they should be mandatory. It shouldn't be an option. There should be a minimum of 20% of their check withheld towards something. They're given universal lifetime health care.
Hey, I was just saying that to somebody.
You got to withhold. You got to, again, as Bo Rich said
like 10% to the end of their career or something, like whatever the player is.
Remember, the only reason Iverson got money just a few days ago was because Reebok put that in his deal. No, his Reebok put that in the deal, not AI. Reebok put it in the deal that they were going to hold the money. That was not the NBA giving him money. That was from a shoe contract.
I know, I agree. Like the NFL PA, NBA PA, whatever, they need to sign that up.
If we want to talk about responsibility, at what point does your employer? At what point? Because that's their employer.
But the union, I feel like the union should have to do that.
Someone should be mandating something. So it shouldn't be our host saying that 50K is too much, 70K is too much. If I got 20 million, I got 20 million, and they may tell you to kick rocks. I'm going to spend it however I like. But again, to your point,
you shouldn't have to spend anything on a rookie dinner.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
That's the only thing I'm saying. I use 50,000 because that's what he said. So I just threw that number out there. You can take the number out. You shouldn't have to come out your pocket to spend a dime on a rookie dinner.
Hold on. Who just did that? Hold on, your favorite, your golden child, Russell. Was it Russell Wilson who just bought all them Rolexes? Who just bought all them teammates?
Russell Wilson a rookie?
No. It don't matter.
He's got 100 million.
Obviously, it matters.
We talking about a rookie dinner.
Around rookie deals, rookie.
What type of example is he setting for the younger players?
Is he a rookie?
Is that part of the problem here? Because look, when you're a rookie, look, bro, Rich. They walk into the league, and who's there? Veterans.
Veterans there. They buying Rolexes for
the rookie. Is he a rookie?
But this is the point.
That matters.
Okay. Of course it matters, because the question was, Anquan Boldin was talking about rookies, what rookies have to deal with, and how it's a bad look and it's bad guidance.
What's a worse look? One of your NFL superstar players or a rookie?
I can't.
Yeah.
No. But here's where the problem it lies with the veterans. Remember, we said the league itself, not for long, 5 years or less. These guys that are there made it outside of that threshold. So their deals are when they have Jaguars and Wraiths and all these vehicles in there, they're the ones painting that picture that this is what this lifestyle looks like. And it's a false one. So it's
which is
not
why
just
Anquan Boldin said to him as a rookie, he said, as a rookie, man, don't be looking at them guys that already been in the league and then already went through 2 or 3 contracts and got a couple million stacks set aside. Okay, so that's why Anquan Boldin said rookies. But as far as Russell Wilson, whatever he spent on his offensive lineman, whoever it was, that benefits him because they protect him.
Yeah, that's true too.
Oh my God! See, that's what I'm talking about, man.
That's almost like an investment. I would actually look at that very differently.
But so the rookie buying it for the veterans, that's not an investment.
If he's spending it, he just said it was an investment.
I don't think so.
Why? They on the same team as him. I don't.
He's doing that.
Y'all confusing me now, man.
He's doing it. One's doing it to fit in. The other one's doing it so he can play for another 4 years and get another $50 million.
Okay. All right. Thank you. He took the words out of my mouth. Yeah, it's not the same.
You said one's doing it to fit in, and one's doing it.
Yes.
That's what you're doing if you're spending money on a rookie dinner.
That's why I called it hazing.
It ain't hazing because hazing is gonna happen no matter what.
The rookie dinners happen.
They got a choice.
Do they though? That's the thing. I mean, I don't.
And they got
it. They do.
And they have a choice. They have a choice spending on the rookie dinners too.
I'm the fifth pick. I'm the fifth pick of the draft. I got 30 million, whatever you get, plus a bonus, and I gotta do with these dudes. I ain't even thinking about them like that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wouldn't buy the dinner.
That's why
I don't know.
That was my whole.
Now look at your whole locker room situation. You're gonna break the 75-year tradition.
Nah, if I'm a quarterback, I might buy that dinner.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day. I'm in agreement. I'm glad Anquan Boldin, after the symposium was over, said, "Let me holler at you, young fella."
We're highlighting the wrong issue.
That was corporate talk, or that was company talk. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times the symposium, it's a great idea, but it really pays lip service too. They go over a wealth of information in 15 minutes. You get what I'm trying to say? You know, say, here, look, man, yeah, just say you showed up. You know, that type of deal. Anquan Boldin was like, look, man, Yeah, come holler at me, man. Let me give you the real nuts and bolts. That's why I was using the example of the supervisor thing when they get all the employees together and they had this big, what we call service talk. Well, you can't do this anymore. You can't do that anymore. And then when everybody dispersed, the employees that been there for 20, 30 years, they say, look, man, tie it up like this and tie it up like that because we the ones that's in the trenches every day. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
Not the
but
guy who
listen
come
to
in
what
here
you
with the
just
gold
said.
cufflinks and
Look
whatnot.
what you just said. Those same people are the ones that are Russell Wilsons with the expensive vehicles and have made it through into their second contract. They've gotten paid. They've changed, different locations. They're not the ones telling you tie it like they may be saying exactly that, but the difference is they're the ones that are actually setting the wrong example. Because
which is why Anquan Bolton sat him down and said, "Hey, man."
No, they're actually not. Because let's deal with why Russell Wilson does that. Russell Wilson does that because he knows that the offensive linemen, the majority of them will never see that kind of money in their whole life. And that there's a matter of jealousy among those players. And that some of those players might let somebody run if they don't like that guy and they're angry that he got that kind of money and they see him as a prima donna, they may let somebody run through and get a clean hit one time. So
that
he
happens.
needs to endear them to him. So he buys them a bauble, which at that stage of his career becomes what you said, Double J, where it really is the example of $75 out of $7,500,000. So in that scenario, when he has a $250 million contract and he buys 4 or 5 Rolexes for his line, that is no money to him. And plus, he's got a discount. He got a good deal. If it's a $50,000 Rollie, he paid $35 for it. So he bought this, and he's gotten good in with the person who made the watches. And now he's endeared himself to this line who, even though they know they will never have the kind of money he has, they still grind for him. Even though some of them very offensive linemen are the ones who end up with the CTE, with the no insurance, with struggling to figure out how they're going to live later on down the road. But in that moment, he endears them to him, and that's why he does that.
Because offensive linemen typically, not typically,
we're
but offensive
arguing
linemen.
the same points.
We're arguing the same point. Then how are you all conflating what a goddamn rookie is doing?
Hey.
Are different than a player who is at his apex where he just signed a $250 million contract, and that's quite different.
But the rookies that they're doing this to are not rookies in the 7th round. These are your top picks.
It don't matter. They're not all.
Let me ask you a question. Let's name some rookies that were bust, that got the rookie. Same thing you're talking about. Let's go find what's the quarterback?
John Carter,
Jamarcus Russell. This one. Well, there's a whole list of them that if they need that money right now, if they could just find.
He got like $40 million.
And where is he? Where is he now? And where's
he's in jail? I think because he was drug dealing. That's not due to money.
So he was an idiot out the gate.
But no.
Okay, but you see the point Brother Richard is trying to make. Come on, man.
That they didn't make it past the quote unquote rookie deal. So they didn't even have the good sense, if you will. Let's put it on that. That these not the kind of people that this is what you want to teach them to do, splurge and splash your money, and then next thing you know, they don't make it as a football player, and now they have no understanding of what even happened to the 50 or 40 million that they may or may not have seen. And as Barbershop reminded us, let's remember that when you hear these great, enormous, gigantic numbers, $50 million, but that player really only got 15 by the time taxes hit him.
By the time everybody got done dipping their hands in it.
The money that he owed the company that gave him an advance hit him. So now he's got 15 million, but everybody thinks he got 50 million. And now he's trying to live like he got 50 million. And he eats his rookie dinner and everything he's doing and what he's showing his boys. And when he's trying to drive the same car as this guy in the locker room and that guy. But you all don't care.
You're still saying that even if these, you're telling me right now, you take these out of the equation, that stops?
What stops?
That's what
Anquan should stop.
It should stop. He's saying it's
no. I'm pointing out if the rookie dinners are gone, that reckless spending and poor financial just
literacy.
No.
That's why we're saying we agree with Anquan Bolden. He's saying guys need financial literacy, so that there needs to be more emphasis on financial literacy as opposed to let's splurge and show how much like we made it to the
Most
NFL.
families once a year will do something that is outside of the budgetary constraints that they traditionally
All
do.
I'm saying is, why is that the job of the teammates or the actual NFL to teach that?
So who's supposed to teach it?
Right.
Where
So
do they learn it? Where do they learn it, TJ?
They should have been learned it somewhere in our
At
school.
home. Tell us who teaches this. Not don't tell us who. Tell us who is supposed to teach. Don't go to your.
They went to college, right?
Then
come on.
Yeah,
You see what I mean?
No, I'm
going with
why
it.
is that the NFL?
Tell us
like,
who's
God,
supposed to teach it to them then. Tell us.
Family? Y'all talking about they buying their dad?
No, their family are dipping their hands in it
Family
too.
know how to manage millions of dollars.
That's what I'm saying.
Dudes who come from the hood, they can teach you how to manage $50 million.
Listen, when you get that money, you should be buying you a
This is my
financial
point.
advisor.
So take the dinner out of the equation to say you can still get the same results.
That's what
But
I'm
see,
saying.
I'm not saying who
I'm
should
saying
Because even if you could justify it on, I bought my parents a house because obviously they raised me and they deserve it. We'll take the deserving out of the equation. They still, as TJ pointed out, you still spent the money. You still end up at the same exact result.
I gotta go. Y'all say take deserving out the equation. So I mean, I if somebody arguing with taking care of your parents, I don't know what we're talking.
No, we're not.
No,
arguing.
we're not arguing with it. I'm just saying you're still spending the money.
Debating, you keep bringing up people's parents as opposed to spending $50,000 at a dinner. How is that? How is that the same?
Listen, what they're trying to say is, in other words, if you're spending money frivolously, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you no, brother Rich, no, absolutely, I don't, absolutely not. Because what I'm saying to you is, $50,000 on a rookie dinner, and we're just using that number. I don't care what amount it is. I've spent that benefits me what? So I can hold hands? But if I spend $100 million on my father, it's well worth it. It's not enough.
This is what I'm saying. Let me just break it down so y'all can understand.
Don't break nothing down because it don't need to be broke down.
But
them same teammates invested that I'm paying that rookie dinner. What did they invest in me?
But that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna spend $250,000 on your dad a car, how about you just get him $250,000 to invest in something? What I'm saying is they're buying him a car that's gonna depreciate. It's not gonna hold the
investment with the father and the son that plays in NFL already took place. That's how the son got to the NFL.
That's the investment. That's the dad's investment is his son. But
his son said, "You know what? Dad, because of what you invested in me, I think it's worth $250,000."
Right, but how you spend it matters to what I'm saying.
So where does the kid go when he has to sell his Super Bowl ring and then he's right back where he started? Is he going to tell his dad to get out of the house that he bought him?
Like Brother Rich said, but the car can be sold.
No, listen, that's why I didn't use house. I use car for a reason because you could buy any type of car. I didn't use house because that's a valuable asset. A car is
an asset when you sell it.
Listen, if you spend $250,000 on a car, I'll guarantee you it don't depreciate like a Porsche or a Rolls Royce.
You're not getting that $250 a couple years later, bro. I ain't trying to hear it.
Absolutely. Let me tell you something right now. And I'm not going to say his name, and I'm not going to say his relation.
You're not getting that $250.
Hey, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. Listen, some cars do not depreciate. They do not.
The right ones.
I think you got. Yeah, of course. I'm talking about.
Listen, I know somebody that bought a Porsche in 1977 for $20,000. So you think if you spend $250,000, you ain't gonna get the money back?
Listen, barbershop. You buy $250,000 2022 Bentley right now. 10 years later, that car is not gonna be $250,000.
Hey, let me say this to you right now. If you spend $250,000, man, number one, you ain't driving it like that. Number two, if you spend $250,000 on a car, I guarantee you it's a car that you don't see advertised on TV, and I guarantee you'll get the money back.
Woo.
I guarantee you. But what I'm saying again is
you're
financial literacy.
Tomatoing financial literacy.
No. Listen.
We are in a way, but
okay, listen. Yes, financial literacy. You're right. It's broad.
I've had parents that I'm not going to name the player. They lived off of him. Okay,
but
he got
being
nothing
specific
back.
About the rookie dinner. Financial literacy, yes, it should be taught all the way across the board. That's a broad statement, a term, 2-word term. Financial literacy, I get that. It should be, financial literacy should be used in all aspects of life. I get that. But I'm talking about, regardless of the amount, you spent $50,000 on a rookie dinner for what? For what? I can see a guy spending $250,000 on his father or his mother, but $50,000, I don't care if it's $5 on a rookie dinner, for what? When you tell me, man, I bought my father a $250,000 car, and the dude I grew up with, and I know you made it to the NFL, I'll be like, oh man, but you tell me, man, I spent $50,000 on I spent $50,000. Okay, listen. When the guy spends $50,000 on the rookie dinner, and he ends up broke, where's that rookie dinner at that he could sell it to maybe get something back? Even if not the same value, he can get something back. Once he spend that money on that money is gone. If he spent $250,000 on a car, a motorcycle, or whatever it is, he can sell it. He might not get his money back. Okay, for the sake of argument, he might not get $250,000, but at least he got something to work with. When he goes broke after spending that money on the rookie dinner at the end of his career, what do he have left to work with?
Or the key phrase is when he goes broke.
Right.
That's fine.
You got a guy who goes broke anyway. It didn't matter.
It does not matter which way he went. If he went broke, he went broke.
And it didn't matter how he spent it.
Again,
no one in those comment sections or any of those journalists say, you know what, oh man, it's okay.
He goes broke
because he did it the right way. He went broke the right way.
They don't care. Yeah, they don't care how
crap.
you went broke.
Listen,
and that's the part that I'm trying to drive home here is that
you're preaching to the choir. I get that.
Is it?
But what does he have so he goes broke, regardless if he's been on the car or the dinner, he goes broke.
Mm-hmm.
But in which scenario will he have something that he could use to be able to have something off of?
But he's still broke. He made $20 million off his contract, but he's still broke, man. It don't really matter. That's all
he has to liquidate those assets. Because we know no matter what, rookie dinner or not, if he reaches that point of no return, all of the assets you're speaking of would be liquidated. They'd be the very next thing. So now he's virtually homeless with a vehicle, arguably back to where he was. You would have said from his
he'll get enough money off he'll get enough money off of that vehicle to then maybe turn around and do something. Now that he done learned his lesson, maybe do something smartly with it.
I know, but we see that too many times. That's not the point. That was not. So how do you change it? Who bears the
two-part
responsibility?
Statement. There was a two-part statement. One, it was about financial literacy. It should be everywhere. I'm with that. The second part of it was what he spent it on and for what was the purpose.
Nobody cares about that. That the general public does not care about that. Look how they already treat the players, right? Look how they already treat them. I'm being the devil's advocate on purpose because what I'm trying to point out to you is how the public perception always looks at them. Oh, it's your fault. You're an idiot. You made all this money, whatever that is. And they're not breaking down. Oh, he was, spending it on Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, so
they went to his homeboys.
So then why would Anquan Bolden tell him that? Why would the NFL be trying to eradicate that?
We're not saying that's not good advice.
Yeah,
that's
we're
good
not.
Advice.
Yeah,
that's great advice.
Yeah, no, but never once have we said no. That Anquan Bolden is an idiot, or he said the wrong thing.
But we all were sitting here going back and forth about rookie dinners.
We're talking about frivolous spending
and how did
rookie dinners fall under that umbrella.
And again, you spend
but
the
you're
money
you're
on a
you're
rookie
suggesting dinner. that the catalyst to frivolous spending within the NFL.
No, I'm not saying that's the catalyst.
Dinners.
I'm not suggesting
that's what you're portraying. That's
no,
what
I'm
the
not
majority
suggesting.
of this conversation is.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not suggesting that at all. I'm not. I'm not suggesting. I'm saying you spend $50,000 on a rookie dinner. I can see Russell Wilson spending whatever money's on his offensive lineman.
Yeah, that's not the same. We know that.
Oh, okay, but that's what we was okay. Okay,
No,
so
because he has $100 million, and that was kind of the point that I was even making with the rookie deal.
Okay, so then we're throwing that out. All right, fine. We're throwing that out, even though it was
No,
brought
I'm
up.
just
That's
saying,
fine.
I only brought
Dude,
that up.
look how much money he's
Y'all
already
said-
made.
I can see $250,000 on a car.
But what if
for my
Russell
father.
Wilson goes broke? Hang on, let's just hypothetically throw it out there.
Can he get those rings back?
Do
or the
we?
watch?
Yes. Is he going to say, "Give me the watch back. I need it"? CTE guy who's never going to touch half the money I made. I blew it. It was stolen by a thief of a financial advisor.
Hey, so okay, so if we're doing that, if we're going outside the box, then with that, I guarantee you, then
it
if
still
that's the
happens.
case,
It's not limited to that.
Some of or all of them guys will probably, if he went broke, they'd give him the rings back. They'd give him the watches back. Then
I don't believe. I would.
You
love
would like to
believe
think that, but that's not the case.
People try to help you get a job, but they're not going to give you.
Okay, well,
yeah.
Hey.
They may have given it to their kids or somebody.
Only reason I brought listen, Jay. Only reason I brought Russell Wilson up is to say y'all was talking about how it make the NFL look bad. I brought him up because he's one of the faces of the league, and that's what type of spending he was doing.
Well, what about? I mean, on the other hand, you could say, well, look at Mahomes. He went and bought a soccer team. Let's compare the two. Right? You see what I mean? Like that's a hell of an investment.
That's an investment.
No, of course it is. I'm pointing out like that thing's going to be worth that. Will probably carry him.
Oh, so the rookie dinner is an investment. The rookie dinner is an investment.
No, but we could portray it that
That's
way.
what I'm trying to say.
It could, and hypothetically, because
no,
again, we're not sure.
No, not hypothetically.
Is his quarterback there? Is his quarterback there? Is lineman
an
there?
investment?
These are questions we don't necessarily have answers to.
Okay.
And in theory, at that point, well, maybe it is. Now you're establishing a bond with the person who can help you make more money later down the road.
Yeah, because if you're a running back, you need them same linemen if you're a running back.
Look at Zeke. He was in the quarterback.
Hey, you know what, dude? You know what I'm gonna do? And then I'm gonna give $50,000 to the guy in particular that's going to protect me. That's what I'm gonna do. Hey, here you go.
Go ahead,
you ain't right. Yeah,
here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Because to Brother Rich's point from earlier, no rookie, regardless, should have to come out of his pocket for a dinner.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with that. We're not.
Okay, well that's.
But what we're pointing out is frivolous spending in general that comes with the territory. And again, you hear it countless times, not just from people that are have hit bankruptcy or rock bottom. Those that just say one day you're in the league and the next day you're not, and then you realize the way your entire lifestyle was vastly different. If you've ever been fired from a job, you realize your lifestyle changes drastically with or without it. So what I'm trying to portray is that all of us in many respects are victims to similar circumstances.
Yeah.
But it's up to that's why I'm asking you ultimately who bears the responsibility. Because I've said this time and time again that I do believe wholeheartedly that the league should be doing more, and they claim, they always claim, right? Again, protect the shield. But where's D. Smith on this subject? You know what I mean? Like, where's these kids, as Bro Rich has said, these kids don't know. They came from nothing. I'm not disagreeing at all with that.
That's why Anquan Bolden did what he did.
Okay, so then where is Anquan Bolden? Why? You see what I mean? Like, why are we leaving it to the good fortune or goodwill of Anquan Bolden when there's 31 other teams?
Listen. I'm not saying that the league shouldn't be accountable or there should be some level of accountability on the league's part. But the players who play, the guys who are in the trenches, they know better. They know that the corporate people. Yeah, they know. That's why Anquan Bolden
pull up at the training facility. Go pull up into the training facility and see what they're driving.
Hey, listen. Now, if the players who played sit young rookies down, that's what we're talking about, rookies, sit them down and holler at them, and then the rookie decides not to take their advice, well, then you're on your own right there.
But who they bring to the symposium. Remember, the symposium's not 15 minutes. It's multiple days.
Yeah, it's a week or something, right?
And what they say at the symposium?
They bring exactly those players that you're referring to in there.
I know. And that's why
Anquan
Bolden sat him down on a one-on-one. because it's listen, the symposium
It
does
feels like
cover all of that kind of stuff.
parent-child conversation, right? Like we can give so much guidance and advice, right? But at the end of the day, when they're out in the wild, if you will,
can't hold their hand.
They're gonna do what they do, right, wrong, or otherwise.
Well, apparently, Torrey Smith found something in the way Anquan Bolden said it that it wasn't the way it wasn't said at the symposium. That's the difference.
And again, I will never say that spending 50 grand on 50 grand in anything is a worthwhile endeavor if it can't make you double. You know what I mean? So I'm not disagreeing with this at all. But instead I look for solutions. What is the ultimate solution? We're bringing light to it. So what do you propose changes other than that just being taken away? I don't think
the
that
same
solves
thing
the problem.
Reebok did with Allen Iverson. Then when you come in and you got to set so much of your money, we put it in a trust fund for you.
I like that. I wholeheartedly like that.
We'll put it in a trust fund for you.
Absolutely.
All right, we got to get ready to get out of here. This was a good one. Yeah. And I don't even know why we went on that hour and 55 long tirade about this whole thing. And we sit up here talking to two guys who think Chet Holmgren going to be next year's NBA Finals MVP. And on that note, it's been fun, but we got to run. We appreciate y'all for listening. Don't forget to check us out right here on the StreamYard Sundays once again at 9 on the PM side, or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts, as well as the shop's Facebook fan page. And if you would be so kind as to subscribe to our YouTube channel, we'd be very, very much obliged. In the bottom right corner, when you go to YouTube, hit the watermark, the shop's logo, and subscribe. And if that don't work, Google it. For my man's Be Rich, Double J, TJ, and all those who follow and support us, we say thank you. I'm Barbershop Jay, and you've been listening to the Shop Report. And remember, the next time y'all want to know what's really going on, man, come to the shop. Walk-ins are always welcome. Oh, and my bad. And shout out to our viewers that tuned in, that follow and support us. Did I say that already? My bad. You know, that transmission be slipping like a 68. Yeah, y'all know the rest. Allah.